Masterclass for the beat.
Mama, thank God for you, Mama way. Mama, thank God for you, Mama way, Mama way. Even in the rainy day, you were always there beside me, Mama. Thank God for you, Mama way. Mama, thank God for you, Mama way. Mama, thank God for you, Mama way. Even in the rainy days, you were always there beside me, Mama. Thank God for you, Mama. Thank God for you. Let me tell you a story about a girl and her mom.
I'm on mute. Didn't realize that. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. I want to welcome you to another episode of About You podcast. Today, I have Minerva Grant as one of my guests, and Kima Sherman will be joined too as another guest, and we'll be talking about motherhood redefined. So we ask you to share the show, invite others to join, and we'll be starting shortly. So get some water. We're going to talk about all things motherhood, all things about mother, about women, just name it. So get your questions together, invite someone, call. When we open the lines to call. We're not experts, but one thing for sure, we are mothers. And so we can only talk about our own journey, and we encourage you to come in too to talk about your experience, just if you're expert in that area, by all means join the conversation. If you're not, just call in and contribute, because through our effort somebody can be better and somebody can learn something new. So that's the whole idea. Whenever it's open to you, I want you to tell the audience who you are, a little bit about yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Minerva. I live in Franklin, Minnesota. I am a mother of many, many children, but I would say two biological, but many, many children. Yeah, and education-wise, I have a master in health and human services administration and mental health services. Personally, I work with one of the biggest hospital in the mental health department called Atlanta. I work as a mental health therapist. So, and yeah, so that's me. And I'm a grandmother to two children, and I would say many children because my nieces and my nephews' children are my grandchildren too. So I'm a grandmother and a mother. Yeah.
The interest of full disclosure too, I know you sometimes you talk politics, so you've been in leadership too. So tell us about that too.
Oh wow, wow! I really want you to. So
You don't
yes,
have to go there.
I am a community leader in Minnesota. Yeah, I am. So I'm involved with the Liberian organization, the Organization of Liberian in Minnesota. I'm involved with the local county federation association, the local one and even the national one. And I involved with ULA, the Union of Liberian Associations in the Americas. So yeah, I am. I talk about politics. I don't have any political affiliation in Liberia. I call myself an independent person with
Mhm.
the Liberian politics in Liberia, but I care. That's my motherland, so I care for the 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 governance in Liberia. I knew surely since you live started observing the elections in Liberia, I have participated there go as observer. So yeah, that's me politics wise. Keep doing what I got to do.
Exactly, exactly. Well,
And
thank you so
yeah.
much for your service to community and just all you do. I mean, we're already busy with life, working full time and children, and
Mhm.
so
Oh yeah.
um, giving back to community, it can be tasking, especially our community. So thank you so much for what you do.
Yeah.
Um, Before we go into the discussion, I wanted for our viewer audience, although everybody know, I mean, to a certain extent, probably know what mother is, but for our discussion today, this is what we're looking at when we talk about mother. And so a mother is a maternal figure who cares for and protects someone like a mother would. And I
Mhm.
think Maneva alluded to that. She said, biologically, I have this amount of children, but I'm a
Yeah.
parent to this. So have your say on this, Maneva. I know you have something to add to this.
Yes, like I said, biologically, I have two children, but I will tell you, my nieces and my nephews, when you call them, especially my oldest niece, the first girl in the family, she will be the first thing to say, she will be the first person to say, my mom is my aunt, because we get that bond, and her mother sometimes get jealous. She'll be like, yeah, your daughter call you first to say this thing before she can talk to me. And besides, I have other, I mentor young girls in Minnesota. So I have other young girls that look up to me, young ladies that look up to me. So yeah, so you don't have to be biologically with them. Just you are a mother figure when you show them what a mother is, and that's what we're coming to talk about in this show.
Awesome, awesome. So let's also, this is our working definition or discussing definition of motherhood. This is what we're looking at too when we talk about motherhood. So it's a transformative experience that shapes a woman's identity and perspective on life. It is a journey filled with challenges, sacrifice, sacrifices, and overwhelming love. A love that transcends all. And so I mean, we couldn't put it any better. Whoever coined the definition, would you like to add something, Maneuver? Or
Well, I think that's it, and that's true because it shapes your identity when you become a mother. And sometimes you really don't have to be like I would put it in Liberian way or better born a
Mhm,
child, better born,
mhm,
but just when you take any child into your care and you they're responsible for them, you listening to them, you shaping their life. Um, Sometimes we are human, so you may work on shaping that child life, but as they grow older, they may look at life different way. But at least let them think back about, oh, my aunt or this lady, and also see her in the community, and she was like a mother to me. I want to be like her. So I think and sacrifices, yeah, we mothers, a lot of sacrifices. I know I'm a single mom, but I've seen my parents, my mom and my pa, they have two impact. They had it separated. But I this year my pa would say, oh, your mom, go to your children, your children. Most of the time, they ready for the mother to discipline the children. And
mhm,
with our, it diff, some homes it's different. The
mhm.
father will be the one to really discipline the mother cool. But the home I grew up in, my mom will discipline her. She disciplined us. My dad would be like, all right, your children. And so those are the sacrifices. And sometimes when a child sick, the mother the one that there. And in this America, yeah, most of the time you go to the hospital, you see the mother taking it to the hospital with the child, or even school activities. Some of us like still go to our children's school activities. Most of the time you see the mothers there. I'm not disrespecting the fathers. They get some fathers that are doing the same thing, and they get some fathers that are single fathers that doing what the mother can do. So yeah, that's it. And love, and just have to keep loving. Yeah.
Certainly, yeah. I have some, male friends who are fathers and mothers to their children, and they do very well balancing that. So yeah, I'm glad
Mhm.
you came in with that because sometimes people think when we're talking about motherhood, it's all about us. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So still on a lot of motherhood. I mean, when we talk about motherhood, is it a one size fits all?
Oh, it is not. It is not a one size fit all because we all grew up in different homes. Because we learn, some of us bring our learning, our experience with our parents to our adult life. So it's
Mhm.
not a one time fit. And sometimes what you went through as a child in your parent home or whatever home you grew up in, you may not want to take that into your home with your children.
Right,
So
right.
it's not a one size fit all. It's all about you as an individual, what you think best for your children, what you learn up there, what you looking at that best. And sometimes people will say, because what I say this is best for me may not be best for the other parent. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to find it as a one time fit or um take motherhood for people. Yeah. It
Yeah,
just depends.
yeah, I certainly agree because the way and the time that we were raised it's totally different. So we take some good from there, and then we come out with the best way, for lack of better terms, but the best way where we can parent. At least that's
Yeah.
what I've done, and get to I can find the best way to parent my children, and still
Mhm.
learning as I go. Um, but like we said, this whole show is about motherhood redefined again, which I put the topic up. So um, if you're just joining us, we ask you to share the show, invite someone, and when we open the lines, call in with your question. But Maneuver, I wanted to ask you, we as parents, we do a lot.
Yeah.
But what can we do as mothers? Some of the ways or some of the things we can do as mother to parent good motherly examples for our children or for the next generation.
First thing, discipline. You have to be disciplined within yourself. You have to discipline yourself. If you both boys and girls, so I won't say, oh, if you raise a young girl, you have to do this, you have to do that. You the same thing you do it for a young girl, you have to do it for the young boy too. Because remember, he's going out there to meet a lady, and he will be like, oh, this is what my mom taught me, and so that's how you go and respect that lady. And your daughter would know that my mom respected herself. She knew who she was, and that's what I want to be. So the first thing you got to set that example on what could how a young lady or a young gentleman need to get out there. And at the end of the day, if they don't follow you, you still feel good within yourself because you set the example.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people you don't get discouraged. Sometimes we say that, and our children will go setting, we will say, hey, God, what did I do? But
Mm-hmm.
when you say, what did I do? Go back and check everything you did. And if you feel that you did the right thing, you don't blame yourself
Right.
because they are human beings, you know. They get their own ways in them. But one thing at the end of the day, somewhere in the back of their mind, they will think and say, oh, my mom. Mama this did. Mama, show me this way. Why can I go back? And then they go back. And you, as a Christian, too, people, any faith you believe in, anything, just keep praying for the keep praying for the good of your children. And they may change if they want to. I always say if they want to, because I can change you. But I
Mm-hmm.
just set the example. You see who I am. When it comes to education, all right, I born you. But you see, I still went to school. You saw me coming home struggling in the night to study, and you saw it. So why can't you be educated? I opened the door for you. When you got you in the high school, I did everything for you to go to college. If you
Mm-hmm.
feel you don't want to go there, well, I let my own education. You
Right.
know, you
Right.
see in your house, I get food, I get this. And if you get in your own place, you don't want to do that for your children, well, don't blame mom or don't blame the parent. The parents set the example. And while I'm talking, people will say, why she keeps saying I'm a single mom. So I will
Mm-hmm.
talk
Mm-hmm.
from that part. And I
Right.
can talk from both parents because I grew up in both parents, home, my mom and my dad, and I saw what it did for us. But as a single mom, I said, and my two biological children, they are, my daughter is 25, my son is 32. And I said, back, sometimes I think, and like, did I do this right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know my charity of what I did it for them. I sacrificed
Right.
for them. So, yeah,
Yeah, I like
what I
that.
can say.
And I like how you talk about the examples and then also talking to them because sometimes sometimes we set the example, but then we have to blend it in with that constant talking, and sometimes it can be frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
If you're not
Yeah.
perfect, it can be frustrating talking one thing all over and over. But it's almost like a hammer, like you're hammering a nail in the wall.
Mm,
You got to keep hammering it, hammering
yeah.
it, with the hope that one day that nail will go into the desired length,
Mm,
and it will hit the spot that it needs to hit. That's
yeah.
how I see it, when it comes to motherhood and
Yeah.
parenting and all of that.
Hmm.
So just
Yeah.
blending
Mhm.
everything. Go ahead. No, no, go
Yeah.
ahead.
And you keep, like you said, keep talking. How many Palestinians set the example?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Because sometimes you talking to them, they're like,
mm-hmm,
oh, she just
mm-hmm.
talking. Wow, just
Right.
talking. But when
Mm-hmm.
they see the action, they
Right.
see
Right.
what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
then it will stay in their head.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we talk to our children, just go this way and go the way,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
they walk outside. But they
Mm-hmm.
see in the action,
Mm-hmm.
and they be like, wow, all right,
Yeah.
my mom did it this way, or my parent did it this way.
And
Yeah.
we think they're not paying attention, but they're paying attention.
Oh, they pay attention.
They're paying
Yes, they
attention.
are. Mhm. Oh,
It's
yes, they
funny
are.
that some things that I show the children, or when even to playing to show them, but maybe some things I was doing that, or maybe cooking a certain way that I thought they were not paying attention. That at certain age, even now, different times they will remind me, like, "Mommy, I remember you did this and so you are cooking this and so." That I learned from, just like, "You're
Yeah,
paying attention? I
yeah.
thought you were not paying attention."
Oh no, they pay attention.
But they're
Oh
paying
yeah.
attention. So they
Mm-hmm.
pay attention even when we think they're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's a good one. So I like the way you talk about, setting the example, talking to them, modeling that good example. It's very
Mm-hmm.
important.
It's very
Very, very
important.
important.
Yeah.
Um, so the next one, as a mother, how do we balance being a friend and a parent?
I hope my daughter watching it right now. But I think she out there. Oh, my niece. Well, I would say I balance it. But I set the boundary. I make you to know that I am your mother. I may not come to you with my inner thoughts, with my, your girlfriend things you're
Mhm,
doing. No, I
mhm,
may not do that because I have to set that boundary. You have to respect me as your mother. But I'm open to
mhm,
have that friendship with you. That if anything happen, I should be the first person you trust to come to. And if I can't fix it, my daughter is coming. And if I can't fix it, we will find a way to fix it. And
mhm,
if that's something you did, you know it's wrong, and you know mom will get mad. But
mhm,
don't worry, I will fix it first. Let's solve that problem, and then we'll get mad later and see what you could do better.
mhm,
That's how I feel with when I being friends with my children and my nieces and then them young girls, boys out there. And my children friends said no. Some of them when they're out there and they get in problem, they will be like, we call it and me never friends. Yeah, she will quarrel with me, she will do the but she will fix it. She'll be like,
right,
okay, come here, let me do this, let me do that. Then when I finish now, I say, hey, bring your hair here, let's talk this thing. Because you know you're not supposed to do it this way. This way is supposed to happen. So yeah, so y'all can be friends, but set that boundary. Let them respect you. Let them know I am the mother. You and
mhm,
myself not going to talk about me and my, some personal things and like
right,
you and your
right, right,
girlfriends. No.
right,
But
yeah,
even some of your personal things you may not want to tell me, I do
mhm,
understand. But there are certain things nobody else will be
mhm,
there for you but me.
right,
I
right,
would fix it, or your parent would be there to fix it and
right,
to guide you through it. And then we move on. Yeah.
yeah,
So you
that's a good
just said,
one.
well, yeah, just be friends. People say, oh, I love my children friends. No, you have to be their friend
You have
because
to,
you have to know what's going on.
mhm,
You have to be open for them to trust you, and say, I know she will complain, but
mhm,
according to her, she will fix it.
yeah,
She will
yeah,
tell me right. He will tell my dad will tell me right. He will do it before he come and discipline me.
mhm,
So I'm
mhm,
going there to do it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad you said that. Growing up in Liberia, There are some things, the way we were, I don't know about you, but the way we were raised, that even with something bothering us, you got to struggle to even tell your parents. And I never want my children to, to go through that, because you're scared because of the reaction,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So you scared because if I told it to you, maybe I'll get you to beat me for, for talking it. So I
Before
just
even
want you,
yeah, before
you
even
just bottle
fixing it.
it, and then you go tell your friends, and somebody else.
And they
But
give you
that's,
the yeah,
that was not the case. My children,
yeah.
let them know that I'm here for you. There is nothing worse that you can tell me,
Yes.
nothing
Yes. Yes.
worse.
Nothing
I
worse.
don't want you to get in the fire and then I can't get you
Hmm.
out of the
I
fire
can tell
where
you.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I rather us talk it and work it out than to be
Hmm.
reactive.
Yeah.
And so
Gonna be
if they know,
reactive. Yeah.
like, to your point, that they know that you got their back,
Yes.
you're there for them
Hmm.
no matter what. They
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
you're there for them. It's
Yeah.
reassuring. They will be
Yeah.
in Jerusalem. The what's happening to them, they will dance there. They'll tell their friends, but ultimately
Mm.
they'll come to you to tell
It will
you.
come to you.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to tell
Yeah.
you, but this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Struggle, man.
Yeah.
It's not the
That's
end
true.
of the world.
And my Liberia, I don't know, maybe my parents, they were somewhere in the Western world and learned something and they went to Liberia or something because I'm the last
Mhm.
with four siblings, but I saw the way my dad, and my mother believe in my older siblings
Mm.
when we're living peaceful. And those days they are doing the Hame, don't come home late because Hame in peaceful. So my dad, I remember my dad telling my sister, my two older sisters, because my brother and myself are still younger, that
Mhm.
when you go out and it is late, sleep wherever you are. I
Yeah,
trust where you're sleeping. I trust the place. And my grandfather, we have a family house on Benson Street. He'll tell them, go up Benson Street, sleep to your grandparent place, and come home in the night. Say, I'd rather you be safe than trying to come home in the night and something happen to you.
right.
I want you to, and with no telephone to say, oh, I'm calling
Mhm,
you.
mhm,
But
mhm,
just if you go out there in the night or you out there in the day, anything happens late, sleep wherever you are. But I trust that you're sleeping somewhere good and you're
mhm.
doing something good,
Right, right.
and then you come home. And so we learned that. I learned that, and I tell my children, yeah, now with the telephone, I just say, when you're out there, just call me. I just say, Mom,
Right,
I'm all
right,
right. That's
right.
all. So at least at the end of the day, I know my daughter or my son or my other daughter, whoever said they were to this place. And
Mhm,
so that's why
mhm.
I know they're supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah.
That's a good one. And whenever I glad you tell you share that about them telling us where they are, because there's one thing too
Mhm,
that the girls do a lot. They see where they're going. They're not
mhm.
hiding. Whatever it is, even if they're
Yeah.
gonna, they probably got classmate or something, some date or whatever it is. They say where they're
Mhm.
going. I'm going to
Yeah.
do and so restaurant. And the good
Yes.
thing, another practice that we take on with technology, they share that location. Because earlier
Yeah.
on we've had those conversations, like, it is not to micromanage you, but just for
Manage.
safety reason. You're a girl,
Yes.
you're a young woman, one on one somebody,
Mhm.
times are bad. People,
Yeah.
even though they
Yeah.
appear good, but they're not good. In
Yeah.
a way, not everybody bad
Hmm.
now, but I mean, there's some bad people out there. So they share the
Yeah.
location.
Yeah. Share
And
the location.
another
Yeah.
thing that they do is that when they get to where they're going, if they can't call, they would text. Oh, I've
Yeah.
reached this place. I've
Hmm.
reached this place. Oh, I'm on my
Yeah.
home, way home. Or I will be
Yeah.
home in an hour, or
Yes.
something like
Yeah.
that. Just that
Yes. Yeah.
micromanaging. And myself, I do the same thing, because it's
Yeah.
just more of, okay, making sure you're safe, you're okay, you're not in
Okay.
harm's way,
Yeah.
and stuff
Hmm.
like that. So it's
Yeah.
a good thing talking about communication and just making it
Communication.
comfortable to
Yeah.
do that. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So I'm
And
glad.
just to say the fun about it, my
Uh-huh,
daughter is on my plan, on my
mhm,
phone plan. So
uh-huh.
even if you don't share that location, I know how to go in and know where that phone is located.
All right, right.
So,
But
so,
different ways. Early on we
so
had.
many ways.
Yeah. So one of the daughters used to just do it naturally, and the other, the children are all different. One of the daughters will be guided not to do it because she's more private, introvert.
Mm,
But we had to talk about the safety of
mm,
it.
the
Yeah,
safety.
you guys
Yeah.
are all the age, you're over age. Nobody's
Mhm.
trying to micromanage you. I'm my own self, who your mother. When
Yeah.
I'm going somewhere, I tell you where
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going this,
Yeah.
even if I'm going out for a date or wherever it is, I
Mm-hmm.
tell you, me and
Yeah.
so going out and
Go
whatever it
out.
is, I
Yeah.
say where I'm going. I'm going out of state, I say what I'm going. Because
Yeah.
I want you guys to know in case of emergency,
Yeah.
what's going on with me, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. You
Yeah.
expect me to be home a certain time. So,
Yeah.
usually I'm home. If I go to the office, I'm home
Oh.
between, certain
Yeah.
times. So if you don't see me,
Mm.
I'm like, oh, my mom usually home about this time.
This time.
So they'll
Yeah.
be texting, "Mommy, are you okay?" And I have,
Mm-hmm.
I stopped to the grocery store. I stopped to do my nails and stuff like. But it's just that
Yeah.
communication and
That communication.
yeah,
Yeah.
stopping the baseline. Like we
Yeah.
know, the baseline for everybody,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You're okay where you are, even if you're staying out till late. You're okay where you
You
are
okay?
without
Yep.
worrying about you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in harm's way, at least you
Yep.
would let us know.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a good thing. And
yeah.
just how you check in on them, they check on you. My daughter, like if she don't see me, like
Yeah.
one day I love traveling. So she'll be like, she'll call me. Why
Mhm.
you travel? I said, yeah, I told you I was traveling. And she'll be like, okay, because I see you coming in, and so I feel good that she able to,
Yes, yes,
like, all right, I see, mom, what happened? Are
yes,
you
yes,
here? Did you travel? And that I'll
yes,
be like,
yes.
yeah. I'm all of they said, oh, okay, because I see your car or I saw your car, but I see you
Mhm,
going in
mhm.
your room. Then so yeah,
It's a good thing. It's a good thing, and we encourage. If you're not doing that, with your children, whether boys or girls, we encourage you
yeah,
to do that. Just a good thing. Open
yeah,
communication. It
yeah,
just foster healthy relationship too.
yeah.
Um, but let's talk about raising the children. We'll talk about it a little bit. So, do you raise the children based on the American culture, Liberian culture, or a blend of both?
I blend. I think I blend them, but I will tell you. My son, I had it in Liberia and he joined us here. I had my daughter here. And I had other children living with me. Presently, I get my two nieces, teenager. I start with teenager. So, it's not easy. I thought I was
Right.
finished, but I get them. I tell them when you're in the space that I'm paying rent for, you in Liberia.
Mhm.
When you get out there, you in America.
Right.
So when I tell you in Liberia, you honor you have to get a Liberian discipline. I'm not
Right.
talking about spanking, nothing,
Mhm.
but you getting a Liberian discipline.
Right.
And my daughter was born here. My two nieces, they were born here. But when they talking sometimes, you think they just coming from Liberia. I'll be like, okay, this is it. But yeah, I blend it because you don't want them to go out there
Right.
and like be lost, all right,
Mhm.
because my mom or my aunt is doing all the African training. Now I
Right.
get, oh yeah, I don't know how to interact with my friends, or
Right.
my mom doing all the American, the Western training, and she brings me among my aunties and my uncles. I don't know how
Mhm.
to interact with them. So I try to teach them the culture, special training wise when they're in. And when we get out there, I feel, and I tell them, I say, when you get out there, you representing me.
Mhm.
You representing me. When you
Mhm.
get out there, people see you, they say, oh, I mean, never, I'm in the
Mhm.
community. Sorry,
Right.
I'm in the community. My son knows it. And when he
Mhm.
get out there, like, oh, I saw your political people, and I'm like, oh, I mean, no, son there. And my daughter will be there. And my daughter will be there. Mommy, so pricey. I say, oh, yeah, I mean, never, I say, yes, you represent it. And they don't know that these same people will call me later and be like,
Mhm.
hey,
Mhm.
I saw your daughter. And
Mhm.
this thing, I saw your son, I saw your niece. So I feel proud when they say good things about them when they get out there.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, I just gave you this example. My daughter was in the third grade or fourth grade, and we went for a student parent teacher conference.
Mhm.
And when we got there, she and the teacher talking, and she was speaking all the series. I mean, and I'm like, oh wow. They can really speak the serious or really American way. And I'm like, okay, in my hand, I'm like, you gotta change your tune here now to speak like that.
Just on the TV.
So we got through with the conference. And when we got out to, I'm like, wow, Rose. She said, but mommy, what you wanted me to do? She changed her tune. I'm
Of
like, oh,
course.
okay. At least I said,
Oh,
oh,
that's a good one.
yeah, I'm like, okay, at least nobody will bully her in school,
Right,
to say,
right.
oh, you coming. It's not a bad thing to be coming from Africa to have a
No,
accent.
no,
It's not a bad thing, but
absolutely.
at least you know how to, blend
Right,
it, So I'm like,
right.
oh, I said she was speaking. I'm like, oh, wow, really? Okay, you never, you have to change your una too now. Speak that serious. Yeah, I just
At
wanted to
last, you
put
know
that
how to
fun.
flip, flip
Oh,
in
yeah,
and out,
oh,
That's a
yeah,
good thing, though.
yeah, yeah.
She just made me proud. The few of them that do that,
Yeah, yeah. She
I
flipped.
can be laughing, whenever when the children be speaking like very English at home. I can be I look at it, I just be laughing. I say, "Oh, you want to tell me because they not hear me talking
Yeah.
African
My little
I beg
granddaughter,
you, tell ya.
my little granddaughter, she's 5 years old. She spent some time with me, and I think one time, she was in the bathroom or something, and she said, "Grandma, I'm feeling pee," and my girlfriend was on the phone with me. She said, me never. You're feeling tissue, the girl don't speak it." I'm like, no, but she in Liberia when she come to visit me.
Right.
So yeah, it's
But
fun.
Maniwa, we're laughing about this, but it's a good thing to blend both. So I
Yes.
hear sometimes from people who say, "Oh, the America here, or you got
Ah,
either children the way American way, or the way I was raised. I don't want children to be raised that way. Yes, not all things, all ways that we're raised.
yeah.
We
You
bring
want
our
it, yeah.
but it's important that we raise the children in the culture.
Yeah.
Not only giving them
Yeah.
African food, yes, it's okay for them to find their favorite African food and eat
African
it.
food,
Encourage
yeah.
them to eat their food and not eat burgers, but
Mm-hmm.
train them in a way that they should go.
Cool.
And when they're
Yeah.
old, they will not depart from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah.
nothing irks me than going to functions and seeing African children misbehaving.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because their parents didn't discipline at home or didn't set that foundation,
Station. Yeah.
and so they just embarrassed, they just looking. Oh, the American children over there.
No.
No, no,
The
no, no.
American boys can discipline their children. The kids
Yeah,
American boys
the
can
discipline their
discipline their
children.
children.
To your point, Maniva, you have to discipline the children so that when they're out there or model good behavior, so that when you're not there,
Mm-hmm.
and even when you're there, they're still doing
Yeah.
well. When I was
Yes.
in Maryland, there were times that I never used to go out with my children. They will go places or they will go to the grocery store, especially when they learn how
Mm-hmm.
to drive.
Mm-hmm.
People would see them because when I was in Maryland, I used to drag my children behind me. You see Tavina, you see her two children.
Children.
Everybody I know me, they don't be you see my children that were my extension. So when they got older, they started to go places on their own to the
Mm-hmm.
mall or because they were
Yeah.
driving and they were going to restaurant and grocery stores. And they would come back home and say, "Oh, mommy, we saw Uncle this, there, we saw Auntie
Yeah.
this and this."
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
people will call me to your point where you said people can call people. People will call me, "Oh, Tavina,
Mm-hmm.
I saw the children in the mall. They got a photo was sitting down. Oh, the children PBO,
Mm-hmm.
the children so what?
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
We get the feedback. And so it's
Yeah.
important. It
Mm-hmm.
actually I look at it, it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Why have
Yeah.
we
Wow.
neglected
Wow.
to raise our children
Mm-hmm.
the way we were raised?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
And, and I want to say, people that are watching us,
not
don't get
everybody,
us
not some of
wrong.
us.
Yeah, don't get us wrong. Our children say they have some challenges.
No perfect children.
We're trying every day. It's
Mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm,
process. So
mm-hmm,
don't get us wrong to say, oh, we're doing anything that. Yeah, sometimes some friends will call and say, hey, I saw Rose. They what you want, just to be
mm-hmm,
on it. So don't
mm-hmm,
get us wrong, but at
mm-hmm.
least out of 10 call, one can be like negative and you're able to
Right.
direct that child when they
Mm-hmm,
come and say,
mm-hmm,
hey,
mm-hmm,
you went out today, so thing happened, maybe, but yeah, but
mm-hmm.
you have to work towards it.
Work
You
it.
have to make sure because that
Work it.
child or those children that are going out there, they representing you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you in the community, people looking up to you, people respect you, knowing that then you get children that there and people be like, oh wow, what's going
Mm-hmm.
on here?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, some people will say, no, I don't want to raise my children like the way I grew up. And yeah, maybe sometimes the home they grew up in were not nice at all. So
Mm-hmm.
they feel like, that toxic environment, that's not what I'm going to put my children in. But then be careful. Because if
Right.
you want to overdo it now, then you think you're doing the right thing, you end up doing the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to balance it.
Maybe it has to be
Yeah.
balanced. You can't give them
Yeah.
all the freedom, get it
Yeah.
accomplished just do whatever, be whatever,
Yeah.
just free, just like no rule.
Yeah.
Even as
No.
adults, if we don't have rules, we can be outlaws,
Yeah.
So there's be something that guide us, and then you have
Yeah.
to constantly checking on them and making
Yeah.
sure that they stay
Sure.
on
Yeah.
track,
Yeah.
continuous working process. No
Continuous
perfect kid,
working process. No,
no
no.
perfect kids,
Uh-uh. No
Show me
perfect
one.
thing.
I ain't got none to
Why?
show. My own, I still working on them,
I'm
but it's a
still
work
working
in
on that.
progress,
Working process.
It's a
No
work in
perfect thing.
progress.
No, not at
Um,
all. But you just have to be there, and you have to stand in your children.
yeah,
Just, yeah. So,
yeah. Yeah, but we're still talking about that. But we always hear they say it takes a village to raise a
oh,
child.
yeah.
I certainly
hmm
agree it takes a village. But my question there is, who's part of your village? Who should be part of your village maneuver? Who should we invite in the village? Should it be all family members? Who should constitute your village? And what should you look? What should you look for in a person to be a part of the village? To
Well,
be a part of
it
your
can,
village. Sorry, to be a part of
my
your village.
village that everybody that showed that positive attitude, everybody that what I am doing, maybe they're doing more than me. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for an uncle or auntie that's out there and not doing, I hate to say not doing well, but maybe just, we all know, the type of
Mhm,
aunties and uncles.
mhm, mhm,
No, I want my children to look at that uncle, that auntie, that mother friend, what he doing positively in their life, to say, oh, I can do that. Or if they talk to me, I understand. You can't talk to my son to be good if you see him maybe drinking, but you yourself you are drunk.
mhm,
You understand? You can't be in my village. You cannot be because you're not setting anything
mhm,
to that child.
mhm,
You can't talk to my child to say, oh, go to school. You need to learn. All right. Maybe you never went to school because you never had the opportunity, but you're able to explain to the child why
mhm,
education is good. But don't
mhm,
explain to my child and say, oh, you see me, I go to school, but I'm doing this. No.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
So those are things I look for. So my villager, they should be people that I believe in the way they see me, my children see me, and the
mhm,
way they will see somebody that more, that say, oh, mama, she ready up for this person, this hi.
mhm.
I look
Right.
up to that person. Yeah. So it takes up, and I will tell you, as a single mom, I once was living in I've lived in Minnesota for a while, then I moved to Wisconsin. And while in Wisconsin, don't get me wrong, good people in Madison, I have some good friends, but they finished. And people were there with Liberians were not that many, and even Africans were not many, but they were good. I'm telling you, so I'm not going. But I something just told me about Minnesota that come back. You have a village here
That village there has that.
that yes, and that when I say I had a village, when I came back to settle, my children in school, I make sure I find a job in the morning. So when they're in school,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
work.
work too. Yeah.
When they come home, we are home. But when I'm going to school, then maybe like Tuesday and Thursdays, I have to go to school after work, go to school. So they will be alone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But being alone, me, I have my girlfriend living next door or living somewhere that I can just call. I say, hey, go
Right.
to my apartment, go check on Rose. Or can you
Mm-hmm.
pick up Rose from the bus stop to be with you for a while? And
Mm-hmm.
that girlfriend can do the same thing to me. And me never you home. Can you pick up this person, to be or I go all the time? Can my children stay with you? So I knew I had that village there and I knew the same discipline they were giving to the children. They were going to give it to my children. That discipline or not discipline, I'm going to say, oh no, no, I don't want my child
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
that aunt or that friend because the
That's
things she doing. No, I saw the way they were disciplining the children, so I know that the same thing. I get one girlfriend. My children were afraid of her. She was a strict discipliner. When they're doing something, I say, I come to call enter this. They stand up straight. I will be on the phone. I say, "You're children." She said, "Tell them I come in," and they will be like, okay. I said, "Well, at least I get somebody that will make her listen to me too." So yeah,
Right, right, right.
yeah. So
Uh,
that's but it takes a finish.
yeah, but a
To
good
start
village.
going. Yeah, a good finish, a
Uh-huh.
good one.
A
Yeah.
great good village. And I like what you said, not everybody can be a part of your village, not because
Mm-mm.
my relative or all that. And
Yeah.
even a friend, you don't want, I've heard those, not in my circle, but I've heard other places where somebody will be telling you, trying to discipline your child and,
Mm-hmm.
get on path a bit. Don't mind me, neither man. Don't mind I will telling your child to the man. Don't
Yeah.
mind even though they're saying it on a joke, but then you're confusing the child.
Yeah. Don't even say
Wasn't
all
it?
a
Yeah,
joke.
you can't
Don't
be
even tell
saying
my
that.
child, don't mind me.
Yeah,
No, don't say all a joke.
yeah,
No.
it's not a
Mm-mm.
joke. It's not a
It's
joke.
not.
So,
Even
and
if you
then,
know are doing something wrong, it's not
mhm,
because we parents we make
mhm,
mistakes. And
right.
you sit it and you see that I'm doing something, you be
Mhm,
like, I think you're being too harsh or something. But
mhm,
wait, when the child is calm, then you
mhm,
can sit me down and say, hey, I think the way you're talking to so person was not right, or this thing you did was not right. Let's
mhm.
see. You can't don't discipline me in front of my children when I'm trying to
Right,
discipline them. No.
right,
These
right,
children gotta be careful with them. You gotta be like,
right, right.
oh,
Yeah. Oh, we lost you there. Um, we'll give you, we'll give you a second. So I lost my guess, but we'll keep talking. Like she said, don't discipline, don't discipline. I mean, don't try to correct me for my children. If you don't like the way I'm parenting or you have some concerns, talk to me in private. But don't confuse my children. If I'm trying to parent them, or maybe I parent in an African way, quote unquote, and you don't like it, then talk to me in private. But don't tell them, oh, don't mind Maniva, don't mind Alvina. She just like talking plenty. Don't mind her. It's not a good thing. You're not being a good villager. When we say it takes a village, you're not being a good villager in helping to parent the children or to get in the right direction. You should be echoing what I'm saying, especially I'm not doing it from a bad place. And if you have some concerns, talk to me in private. So that's where we left off. But I'll give Medniva a few minutes. She probably ran out of she probably went on a charge and then she would join. So I encourage you to share the show. I don't want to move to the next question until she comes on, but I will keep talking. And so we're talking about it takes a village. So who's in your village? Who do you like in your village? Are they all your friends, your cool friends, your friends that you hang out together, all family members? For me, everybody's not in my village, even if you're my family. You have to contribute to the well-being of my children. Um, you have to make a positive impact. You have to be involved with my children, how they're doing, check on my children. Um, there are some people, they're not my relative, they're part of my village. Just this morning, I had to tell a friend on Facebook, thanks for being a part of my village, because when my children were much younger, were on the journey in Columbia, Maryland, these are my neighbors and friends that help me parent my children, whether it be helping to pick them off from school or pick them from activity when I'm caught up at work, or just asking for me when they see them, and things like that. But just being supportive in every way, or checking on them, checking on me how we're doing. Single parenting is hard. So there are a lot of people that have contributed to me and my kids' journey in America, and I can never forget. And they're not even just my relative; they are friends, they are neighbors, they are co-workers, they are professional people too. That I consulted some help to parents, because I started parenting at a very early age. I mean, I had my first daughter in my 20s, although I was married, but very early. So it came with a lot of experience, try and error. I had to try and fail and try and fail, with parenting. I'm still not there yet, but I've gotten better and still continue to be better. So it's important that you you determine who's in your village, and not everybody's welcome. Just how everybody's not welcome in your home. I hope everybody's not welcome in your home, because everybody's not welcome in my home. But who enters your village or who's in your village is important. You determine that, not society, not others, but you determine who should be your village, and it's based on your family interests. It's based on the best interest of your children. It's based on what you determine is good for you and your family, and not your friends, not your relative, or not society. So I'll give Maniva a few minutes to join, and before I move to the next question, um, where again we're talking about motherhood, and we touch on you know the, is being a mother, is it a one size fit all? How do we consider culture? Does culture make a difference in being a mother? We also talk about how involved are you with your children. Are you very involved? Are you a friend? Are you a confidant? Or are you a parent? Or are you both? Or one of the other. Sometimes as parent, especially if you have young ladies like I have, they think like they need to be friends, or best friends with their children, to be a cool mom. So they don't want to dress their age. They want to dress like their children. They want to be sharing things, sharing clothes, sharing earrings, sharing jewelries, sharing things. No, 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 we're not doing that. I'm your mother. There's that separation there. I can give you, if you see something that you like in my closet, whatever it is, I'll give it to you. But I'm not sharing your trousers. I'm not sharing your blouse. I'm not sharing jewelry with you. We're not doing that. I'm not your friend. I'm not your cousins. That is between you and your cousins, your siblings. Not me. Where I'm not trying to be a cool mom. I'm trying to be a trusted mom. I'm trying to be that confidant for you. I'm trying to be that one that will support you, a mentor or whatever, but I'm not trying to be a cool mom. And also have some of those, talking about motherhood, some of the mothers that you're a certain age, you're probably about my age, that 50 arena, and you don't want to dress your age. You still want me to dress you, like your children. When they see you, they see your children, they can't decide who the mom, who the child. No, 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 no. Certain things you have to graduate from, and it comes with maturity. Nobody's saying much dress the old lady. Nobody's saying that. They got style and fashion for every age group. But you can't be dressing like your 12-year-old, 14-year-old child, and if people can't distinguish who the mom, who the daughter. No, certain things you just have to leave it for the children, because you've already passed that age, and then dress like appropriately. Nobody said dress like old lady, like I said, but dress appropriately. Dress appropriately. And I've seen that in a lot of functions where, people a certain age and they want to be dressing like they're 12, 14 years old. No, I'm not saying wear maxi gowns. So no, 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 no. Everybody got different tastes, but dress appropriately for your age. It's very important. And don't be dressing like your children. Yeah, you can wear something, but don't be dressing like you 12-year-old, 14-year-old when you a certain age. No, it's important. So, Maniva, I'm glad you're back. I know
Yeah.
that you lost power there.
No, someone called me and they just took me
Oh, I
off.
forgot to tell you. So you have to put your phone to not disturb if you're using your phone to
Okay.
something. Otherwise, every time you get a call,
Yeah.
every time you get a call, it will knock you off. So if you're speaking from your phone, then it's important that you put your phone to not disturb. Um, yeah, but I haven't moved on to the next question or discussion yet. I was just trying to reinforce what we talk about first.
Okay.
Um, until you come back on the show. Oh, I didn't even know you were texting me. I don't even be on my phone when I didn't know you had text me. Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
Okay.
So
I use my
so
phone.
I wanted to move to the next discussion where, I know we're busy. Life as a whole, we're busy. Whether man or woman, whatever, parents, we're busy. But are you involved in your child's in-school activities and extracurricular activities? What tips can you provide for parents who are not involved, or you just let them just, I'm too busy finding food for you to eat. I'm too busy trying to get it ready for you. So pay your pay your own, do your own homework and go to school. And then when the child come home and bring bad grades, we won't kill the children. So what's your position on that? How do you balance that?
Well, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I think that's a mistake most of us African parents, and I think some other parents make with their children, balancing, helping them with their schoolwork, or even actively participating in the school activities, and looking over your work, taking your work more important, or even food, than participating in your children school activities. And I would there's group in Minnesota, they call it the Advocates of Human Rights. Years ago they had this group, Liberian women. I think forget it, but it was a group that they put together to talk about Liberian women in Minnesota, and we had a lot of things we talk round table. They call it Liberian Women Round Table, if I'm not mistaken. And I was part of that group, and we used to go there discuss a lot of stuff, concerning Liberian women, mothers in Minnesota. And one of the thing we did was to do a survey on our participation in our children's schools affair.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
it was so surprising. And when we had people that went to all the schools in especially Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, where you have majority Liberians.
mm-hmm,
And most of the school administrators were like, we don't see the Liberian parents involved
mm-hmm,
in the children school activities.
mm-hmm,
And we noticed that most of these children have problems. When the parents not involved, they come to school, they have problems. Those that the parents involved, once you let them know if they're having problems, you say, I'm going to call your parents, you see the change.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so that's something we as parents, we have to look at it. I know it's hard, especially
Yes.
as a single parent,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
especially as a single parent, because you want to pay the bills. You want to go to work, you want to pay the bills. So when you look at it, you say, I'm going to lose maybe 5 hours just to go, or 2 hours to go for this parent teacher conference, or I'm going to go to your school activities when I can be making money. But yeah, you go and make the money and pay the bills. Then at the end of the day, your child get in trouble. Your
Right,
child not doing well in school.
right,
What good it is. And you
right.
come back to the village, so maybe someday when I know in that school you get all the parents that from Liberia or from your community in that school. Maybe you can do it as a turn. And I was some of the proposal that went out
Mm-hmm,
there.
mm-hmm,
Like,
mm-hmm.
all right, this parent teacher conference, the parents will get together. Sorry, you go
You
represent.
go represent
If
us.
if the release of consent ain't no, go
Mm-hmm,
represent the children. Or
mm-hmm,
if the children ain't supporting you go, this time I will go. You
mm-hmm.
know, because it sometimes it's tough. It is tough for you to just leave your work or leave your school to say, but that's the sacrifice you have to make as a parent. Again, like I said, when you didn't make all these sacrifices and at the end of the day that child decided to go their way, you look at yourself and say, thank
Yeah.
God.
You say
I
I
did
did my
everything.
part.
I
Yeah.
did everything. But if you don't, and that child go that way, then you start blaming yourself. Oh, I was working too much. Oh, I came home, I'm so tired, I'm facing food, and the child fail in a lesson. But why that food go wait? Or eat cereal, let's do the lesson first.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
it takes,
mm-hmm.
and then it come back in like it takes to finish. If
Yeah.
I can make it, I'm a single parent, I can make it. I'm gonna call one of my friends them, and well, I mean the good ones, I would set that example, and the child say, hey, can you go to social person school came for me if you have the time? Okay. And they know they can ask me too. So it's just about communication too,
Mm.
communicating with your villagers for them to help you.
Yeah.
Because we need to pay the bills. It comes
Mm-hmm,
down to that. It's saying that those are our priorities, those are our children, our future.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this should be our first priority.
Yeah.
This one is it really hit home for me because when I was, my children were much younger. Everybody that know me know how the struggles that I have with my children. For that, I sacrificed a whole lot.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Because so when I hear people, they, talking about, oh, I got time to do your child, I'm my homework. Then they won't care the child when the child bring bad grades. It really irks me because they don't want to balance and make that sacrifice and the thing that, oh, I'm already making a sacrifice and I'm putting food on the table. I got to go to work to feed them, but you have to feed them here. And
Yeah.
even I had too many stories with this, but I'll share a couple. One thing when I was in Maryland, because most of my parents were in Maryland, because my children were much younger, when we came to Texas, they were already big. But first thing, talking about, the children with their homework and all of that. Everybody that knew me, that knew Telvina, so I suffered with my children in this country. I gave up everything. If I had to go to a party, I'm not going to a party if my children who are not done and my children not safe. I'm not doing
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
East Coast had a party, then 6 party in the
Oh.
row. I
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to. I had an opportunity to go to, way back in the early 2000s. I got admitted to Johns Hopkins University in the accelerated nursing program. And it was a day program. That's how they just started with the accelerated nursing thing. For anybody who have a first degree, I could go to it quick. But my children were very young at that time.
Wow.
I had just gone through divorce too, so not much help with them, on the other side with the parents, with the dad. And but besides that, even if the dad was there, but they were very young. And I had to think about, okay, if I go to the accelerator program all day, then in the night I have to go to work because I got
Yeah.
bills to pay. I got to pay the mortgage for the place I was living. I was like, so that means I have to leave them to my auntie's house
Yeah.
for me to go to work in it. So I go all day for school. Then in the night, I
Okay.
go all night for work. I got to go work 11 to 7. Somebody else, so is sleeping to my auntie's house pretty much 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I not expect my auntie to help. She go help, but that's
Yeah.
not her
Sure. That's
responsibility. So
responsibility.
I
Yeah.
had to think about that maneuver, and I look at it. I'm just like, this school can wait. If John Hopkins can take me 9, it
Oh,
will take me 10 years from now.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
most valuable asset here are my children. I
Yeah.
cannot lose my children in this
Yeah.
place because I'm chasing career or school. I have to let that go. And so with the
Yeah.
parties and everything, I used to drag my children where, sometimes we want to change the environment. I drag them. When I say drag, we all drag ourselves to the library. If I'm doing homework, I'll take the quiet room. If I'm doing homework, you sit down right here, you sit down right here. All of us doing homework at the same time. When we
Yeah.
finish, I check their homework, we check it, then we go home.
Yeah.
Or even if we're home, while I'm doing something else, if it means I gotta bring the table in the kitchen while I'm cooking, the table right at the doing homework, I check the homework. When I'm cooking or when I'm doing things, or when I'm busy doing, I come back. Let me see that homework. I want the homework done by a certain time, and I want to see it before I go to bed. You're not taking no homework back to school that I have not seen as a parent because I'm not doing my due diligence. But
No, you're
sometimes
not.
as parents, we just let the children do their homework. We don't see it, they take it home. But then when they get an email from the teacher, then we're mad. We're beating that child for bringing bad grades. But what's your involvement? You are not part of it. You're not
Yeah.
supporting the child, paying the school fee, paying the lunch money, giving them food. That's not, you're not helping in the homework.
That's
And
right.
if some parent can say, I know math, I know science. You don't know it, but there's support out there for the children.
Yeah.
Seek
Yeah.
the support that you need.
Seek the support. Yeah.
Put them in extra classes or pay the money. There are times maneuver some of the classes that as my children grew older, some of the statistics or things that we learned way back. No, I'm not bringing ready for someone not in there anymore. I have to get tutored for them. Do what?
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay for it. There are so many resources out there. They got some teachers that are willing to tutor your children for free if you make the time.
Yeah.
Your teacher they want to work with you because guess what? They still fucking paying them for that.
You just
but
have
we
to
don't
make
want
the
to make time for that.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about activities. We don't even want to get the children involved in extracurricular activity. We just want to come from school, they come home. But when they come home, you're not there. They're on video
Mm.
game. They're
On
watching
video game.
pornography. They're doing other things because you're not there. But to
Yeah.
your point, if they're in extra activities, like when we're in Oklahoma, there's something you mentioned that I think they used to do, or that they had a community. Some of my one of the daughter were into band and instruments and
Mhm.
gymnastics, and the other one were into field hockey, blah blah. But the parents will take turns. So if this week there's one parent going to take the children to practice or be there to supervise the children, then another week another parent will be there, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But we don't even get involved with PTA. We go to PTA,
No.
the only white people there. We're
Yeah.
not there.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
white people there. How
Hmm.
are you
Yeah.
gonna hear about what's going on in your child's life and how they're doing school? The only time you get to know when the school forces you to come because there's a behavior issue, so you
Yeah.
come to the school. But when they're
Hmm.
having PTA, you don't go. Me, I gotta go to work. And even if you can't go, find that neighbor that is going,
Going.
so
Yeah.
we can press it for you. Take turns, and then make
Hmm.
sure you get the feedback. Sign
Yeah.
up for the email so you can get all the alerts. Call
Yeah.
the teacher, the different teachers. Then, how's my
Mhm.
child doing? Even
Yeah.
how they're doing, behavior
Yeah.
or whatever it
Mhm.
is. All my teacher, my children, teacher, then they knew me. So
Yeah.
there's one that's still on my Facebook page. Oh, if they
Mhm.
get call, I used to call them. Oh, how Gina's doing? How Jolene doing? It's not only about the education, but I know they do well when they're home. But some of the children can be already home when they go out
Oh
and
yeah.
personality. So you
Yeah.
want to make sure it's the team. So you ask,
Yeah.
how do you do in school? And stuff like
Mhm.
that. I said, oh no, they're well behaved. I saw, or just this one thing you go is talk to them. So this incident happened, but I didn't want to call you. Blah blah. You know what's going. You're not gonna know everything, but at
Yeah.
least you're doing, like you said,
Mhm.
you're doing your own.
You
So
do
if
it.
something go left or right, you can't hold yourself responsible and say, "Oh, I wish I had done this differently. I wish I
Yeah.
was part of it." Do your
Mhm.
part. Do your
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. Fine. I tell people I don't like. I tell people my life. What one of my saying? I don't like after the fact.
Mhm, mhm.
You know, it's after the fact. Yeah, happy. But you could have fixed it. Then you
Right,
wait for after the fact.
right.
I have, like I said, I have my two nieces living with me here. Teenager, one of them just graduated last year. The other one, she really at a teen age place. So every time when she and myself party, I can say, Mom, you're not the first teenager passing through my door.
All
So
right.
so I tell her, I say, been there, done that, no work going on. Don't see me like I'm not talking plenty.
Mhm,
But now after COVID, it's so easy. The schools now do most of the things Zoom,
mhm,
parent teacher Zoom.
mhm.
So you really don't need to say, okay, I need to go to parent teacher. Sometimes even if you're working, I think there's a law that the job's supposed to give you certain time to be with your
Of
children to take
course,
care.
of
I
course.
I I learned that. I learned that when my daughter was in high school, and so sometimes they would do some things in the morning, and they want their parents to participate. But then
Mhm,
I rush into work. So one day I was discussing with some the HR at my job, and they said, "But there's a thing in law that like, you can take time off
mhm,
to
mhm,
participate in your children schooling
activity,
and you still
right.
get paid."
Mhm,
Yes, I
mhm.
said already. So they say they were having this they call exercise with parents. And I went to the school that day. We were in the morning because she didn't have a good time. Like I said, oh, I don't I can go. I was guilty at outside too when they doing those small things, not
Mhm,
meeting the teachers, but like just doing some regular exercise and thing. And they just want you and the
mhm,
teachers to get
mhm.
together. And I'll be like, oh, I'm not there. I need to really go to. But this day I'm like, oh no, I need to go there. So when I talk to HR, I say, you can go, you still get paid. So
Well,
went there that morning and they call us out to dance. And they were playing that. That's what I say. One time, cool, what we can be doing
yeah,
again.
not
Oh
like
my God.
this.
Well, my one lady and myself were there, and we just thought it was our song. And I mean, what just then my daughter ran under the building, the other girl, the woman too. They like, Mom, really? Everybody, all our teachers there come to them and say, "Why was your market this?" I mean, I enjoy myself so much. I forgot that I was to my daughter's school, but those are things,
Mhm.
and the teacher get to know you. And so
Right.
my niece here. the same thing with her. She like sometimes, and if they think you're not washing them when they go into
Mhm.
school,
Mhm.
especially if she wears uniform to school, she in charge of school. So she will go to school, put this thing on, and I think she all dressed up good. When she get to school, that's something else she get on. So
Mhm.
this day the teacher, and she get one teacher, he would text me quick and be like, Miss Grant, yeah. I said, okay. He texted me at like 9 o'clock in the morning, get you ready to go meet with clients and things. He texted me and said, tell her I coming. She will miss school that day. We're going to work together so she can know what I'm doing. She should be standing right to the door and wait for me. I said,
Right.
okay. I got there. She was there. And then I said, we ain't talking nothing. The principal kid, I said, you give her schoolwork she can do on the computer where we going? And the teacher like the principal like, yeah, we can do that, sir. I said, this closer you having it on to go, you come to school and you came out of my house where you're wear uniform on, but you take coming to the school, you wear this. Can I go to work together? And
Right.
you're in the car with me the whole day. When we go make class, I was sitting in the car, I'm going in the class, and or sitting there playing, and her mouth was like, and what I did, I took her phone away from her. I said,
Mhm.
this phone will be with me, so you're not communicating with anybody.
Mhm.
And that day I was the wise auntie, but
Oh, I
I
could
ain't
care
even look
less.
at her.
No, I even look
That
at
day
your
I ain't
face.
even see it.
I even see you
Yeah,
say,
I said,
I'm
I
not
ain't even
mind to
see it.
say, I
Man,
see you say.
I see you, sir. And then when we came home later, she came and let me know, sorry. And I went to the I said, okay, so when she be going to school, I said, when they call me, I will come for you. I'm not, and the first thing when I get her, I said, give me the phone. She love her phone, so I said, give me the phone. So that's but we have to get involved in our children. It's not
Mhm.
easy. I know people say, I don't know, I gotta go to work. But find somebody to help you. There are
Right.
parents, there are people out there
Yeah,
in
good.
my community, yeah. And I will lift my heart out. I get two good friends, two brothers. One sister Goya, I think you can see him
Mhm.
on.
I've
They
seen him
said
on
no.
post.
They said no math. Like he eat math. He drink. He do. I myself, I was struggling. I was struggling with math. They said help me. And he said me never if the children need help with math, let me know. I'm
Mhm.
here. During the COVID,
Mhm.
they had here and another person, one Mr. Panaku, Super Panaku, they have the tutorial class on Zoom helping
Awesome.
students.
That's
And
nice.
those
That's
are
very
people
nice.
you can, yeah, those are people you can talk to. I know they're willing. So I tell
Mhm.
my nieces, I say, if you need help, let me know. I will call Uncle Sise or call Mr. Panaku. I don't know math good, that's why I never went on that side to do anything. I went to the talking side. Okay? So, but they will help you. They will help you, and so that's it. They get people in the community willing to help
Mhm.
students.
Waiting to hey, you just
So,
gotta find the right resources.
yeah,
I mean, I've
resources.
seen some people, they're so, some of our people, they're so tired, maneuver, or they still don't even want to be involved until they can't even walk their children to the bus stop or
Yeah.
even carry their children to school. They just open the
Mhm.
front door and let them out like you letting, excuse me,
Yeah.
but they act like they're letting the dogs out in the backyard. Like,
Yeah.
seriously. Like, they
Yeah.
don't even have the time. Oh, I gotta go sleep. Oh, to carry
Mhm.
your child to school or to
Yeah.
put your child on the bus. They don't want to do it.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
feel like working for them, going to school to work and to go to work for them, that's enough. The
Mhm.
sacrifice they're making. And you want society to raise your child. I think we have to do better. We're not perfect, like I said, we're not perfect, but I'm just encouraging you to get involved because when you get involved at an early age, when the children start getting older, you just watch them grow because
Yeah, you
they
just
have that
watch them. Yeah.
foundation. You don't have to do nothing again. Trust me, I'm a living example. You just
Yeah,
watch them.
I
You
am.
get a little bit nudge here, nudge there. That's all it is. But you
Mhm.
already done do
Yeah.
that work on the front end. So you're just
Yeah.
watching them. You be like, oh, they were paying attention. You know,
Yeah.
just giving
Mhm.
little bit tips here and there because you
Yeah.
already made that
Mhm.
sacrifice on the front end.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
that's the takeaway for all of them. Make the
And
sacrifice
I
on
will
the
come and yeah, and I will come back to our community organizations.
end.
Those are some of the things you can be part of your
Mhm,
community. Get
mhm,
tutorial classes
mhm,
for the children after school and let people drop their children off. Like
mhm,
I said,
mhm.
people in the community are willing to
Going
be
to
there
help.
to help.
Mhm.
All of them used to do it, and I think they stay doing it. Our organization here.
That's a good
They used to do it
initiative
for
to do it,
yeah.
to teach the children
As
by
a
Zoom.
yeah,
Yeah.
just they have a study class for the children, and you just all you need to do is to drop your children off and pick them up because they never
Mhm,
have the resources to go pick up
mhm.
people.
Go pick that up.
But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So Those are
very
some things we know
important.
got to put it in politics and to, so that's
Mm.
something.
No, but that's a good initiative. Those are the things that we need to be involved in. But there's all the people and still parting in, just building in the next generation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just giving for example. You said you don't know math. I don't know physics, but guess what?
Mhm.
There's somebody in the community that have a passion of teaching that can help with physics. He jump on
Yeah.
Zoom and he willing to teach five,
Yeah.
10 children. Connect
Mm.
with him and say, you
Yeah.
know what happened? I don't know physics, but my child is struggling physics. Even if it means I will give you $20 or 20 an hour or whatever, or 10 an hour, whatever. I can't pay you enough for this. Is the little thing I can give you. Can you tutor my
Mhm.
child an hour
Yeah.
a day or 3 times a week? Most
Mhm.
times,
And,
how we are. We're so flexible.
yeah.
We'll work with you.
Yeah.
So, so
And our children know technology so much that maybe they even need to meet the person face to face.
mhm,
They can do it right online, Zoom,
right.
and they will
But
teach
most
them.
of
Yeah.
these Indians and other culture, the people teach online. I know
Yeah.
I've gotten some tutors for my children before, you know, they taught them right on Zoom. They
Yeah.
never met the tutors. Right on
Yeah.
Zoom, they
Right
taught
on
them.
Zoom.
You know,
Yeah.
right on Zoom, they taught them.
Mm.
So but that was a good conversation, a little bit touchy there. But still, on some other touchy topics here. How do you handle a situation when your child comes to you and tell you that, or you find out that your child is taking alcohol and or they're abusing drugs?
Touch a conversation. And
Very
yeah,
touchy.
and I like when you say abusing drugs, or taking alcohol. And again, it's just about talking and education. I will sit you down, I will talk to you, I will give you all the resources on why it is not good, with the drugs or with the alcohol. And the alcohol, the next thing you know, if you're drunk driving, you know what's going to happen to you. The alcohol, if you get addicted to it, I mean the drugs, you get addicted to certain drugs, you at the end of the road, you know what's going to happen to you. That's all, and pray. I cannot say, oh, because you're doing drugs, I'm not going, you should get from around me. Then you just pushing into it.
In the street.
So I rather you near me and I keep talking to you, giving you, maybe I've seen it because I'm from the human services side. So, that's what we do. We talk to people, we counsel people. I can counsel my children because I may be biased, but I'm able
Mhm,
to give
mhm,
them the resources. If
mhm,
anyone on the end of those things, I can give them the resources and just keep praying. And hopefully one day they may know that it's not right. And what they role they're going, the way they're going, it may not right for them.
mhm,
But I'm not going to hate them. I'm not going to say, oh, you're alcoholic or you're doing these hardcore drugs. And so you there, especially because if I keep talking to you, you will get in trouble one day. I don't care if you're doing cocaine, you're doing these really hardcore drugs that make you to go steal, and because
mhm,
you want to satisfy your addiction, you're going to get in trouble. Okay. We learn about drugs. I deal with that right now. I have only part-time hustle job that I do it. I work at a treatment center, so I know what's happening to people. And when you come to the drugs, they get if something not good for you, it will harm you.
mhm, mhm.
It will harm you. If alcohol is not good for you, you continue drinking it, you see your life, it will harm you. Some people will drink alcohol, you won't even know because they know how to balance it.
Right,
I'm not
right.
going to tell somebody say because you're drinking alcohol, you're alcoholic. Some people will drink alcohol, they're not alcoholic,
They're
they will
fine.
move with their life.
Right.
Some people they can't stand it. And so it's going to put you in trouble. You understand?
Mhm,
So we're going to fight on that. And then when it comes to the drugs, we come to marijuana and they get other drugs. This is a whole new thing. Maybe one day we can have a show about that. But they have other drugs that are bad and they get the in like you already call it kush. But I've seen drugs in America yet that make them zombie. Those drugs are hardcore drugs. And if it's not good for you at all. So you take it, you're going down. Now we come to marijuana. what they call a weed in America yet. Again, if you study it, it tells you some people take it for medical, medical reason. Some people take it for recreational. Some people addicted to it. And sometimes when you get addicted to weed, if it's not good, it will just be bad for you. Some people it's good for them. We get some doctors, we get lawyers that smoke weed and they're still doing their job good. So, but it's not good for me. But if that's something my children or my child doing, I'm just going to let you know, especially if it's the weed. Remember now, don't let it take over your life. Don't let it control you. You should, and people can look at it anyway and say, "Oh, who is she to say this? It bad?" And I'm not going to. No, I see if you're smoking weed, but you are not allowing it to control your life. I'm saying weed. I'm not saying other drugs.
Hmm.
You're not allowing it to control your life.
Right.
You do what you can do with your life. Just don't bring it in my house. Don't bring it around me. The people already are making legal in most of these states. You understand? But not everyone of us want to be part of it. So respect my own boundary. I respect your boundary. Make sure that it shouldn't control your life. If it controls your life, there's something wrong. Something wrong with it. That means it's not good for you. Leave it alone. But
Right.
it's a tough topic, and maybe I've seen it because again, like I said, because I in a mental health thing, I did drug and addictions. So I look at it and I tend to study all right, what good, what bad, how can this thing, we can help our children around it, even ourselves. Because some of us are talking, some
Mm-hmm.
people, our
Mm-hmm.
own people,
You're
yeah,
right. Adults use it for numbing, you know.
yeah,
Some
yeah,
people
for
use it
numbing.
for numbing and
Yeah,
stuff. But I
so
like what you said, having those conversations with them. Some people, I've seen in our culture, they will say, "Oh, I still I drink. You guys want to drink? You out of my house." That
yeah,
one never have to do it. And not only that, I bring African culture people because I know friends who are Nigerian and Ghanaians. They're like, I don't even out with you or whatever it is. But you don't know whether the child is doing it because of peer pressure or because it's
yeah.
numbing or whatever it
Mhm.
is. Or, just want to experiment. Now generation is so
Mhm.
curious. I was
Yeah,
just telling somebody today, we grew up, I don't know about Manila, but on risk, even though we're on risk, they had children, our schoolmates and classmates that was smoking and drinking there. But we
yeah,
didn't drink because we knew that was not good for us. But we have our peers, our
yeah,
classmates, friends that were doing it.
yeah.
But we didn't, but the who we were before, what we could tolerate is different than the now generation. I could
Yeah.
always say the children now, they're not strong like us, they can't
No, they're
endure
not.
like us.
Mhm. Yeah,
So we don't know if they want to experiment. Our
yeah,
peers that those days, maybe they were experimenting too. But I knew very
yeah,
well not to experiment because I know the flocking and the
yeah.
pepper that were going to wait for me at home. So I was not going to I was not experimenting. I was first. I used to let Disney go into pop. I used to let my little boyfriend business, small boyfriend business. Well, drug alcohol and because I know the flunky that will come from the pepper. That's one thing. I was like, my auntie will find out, my mom will find out, it will be bad for me. I never went there.
Yeah,
But our children, the
yeah,
now generation's different. And so it's important if
yeah.
the
It's
children are
different.
abusing drug or alcohol, we
Yeah,
need to have those
yeah.
conversations, like you said. I'm
Have
not
it with
in
them.
I'm
Yeah,
not in health services, but I know very well I can talk a little bit, but sometimes when the children start abusing alcohol or drug, whatever it is, we need to send them to a specialist, to a professional person.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
some instance in
yeah,
our setting was it's okay for us to pray and for us to talk. We'll yell at the child, but take them
mm,
to a specialist. Take them to a
yeah,
counselor, or I say specialist,
yeah,
but counselor, somebody who
yeah,
specializes to talk to them, to
yeah,
treat them. And
yeah,
yeah, we can
yeah.
talk a little bit, but shouting all what they hate and what are it's not going to help
Mhm.
them. It's
It's not
not.
going to help them.
It's not going to
Yeah,
help them.
it's not
And
going
even
to
if
help
you're
them.
praying for them, because we pray for our children every day. Me, I pray for my children. Every time I open, I pray. In and I pray for them. I pray for myself. I pray.
Yeah.
I pray. I
Yeah.
pray. I've been doing it 50 years. Pray, pray, pray,
Yeah.
pray. But if they,
Yeah.
God forbid, if they on the path,
Yeah.
I will pray for them,
Yeah.
but I sitting there
Pray-
straight to counseling to
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
needed, the much needed help because I know I'm restricted. That's not my area. And sometimes the children hear better from a specialist versus hear you in
From
the
yeah,
ear
from someone
every
they
day.
hear from yeah.
Yes, but they have their
Yeah.
friends on the other side that telling them all the good things about this.
Mhm.
So all that yelling, what
Mhm.
you do when you yelling, it making no
Yeah.
difference. So
Yeah.
my take on
And
that.
like you
Go
said,
ahead.
and like you said, if they take it sometimes to numb them because
Mhm.
sometimes they suffer from their own mental health issue,
Mhm. Mhm.
and we don't know that,
Mhm.
So if they're suffering from maybe, and depression is real,
Yeah.
anxiety is
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
among our
Yeah.
children,
Mhm.
and they
Mhm.
may not want to talk to you about that, so they go
Mhm.
to drugs, especially
Mhm.
if they weed,
Mhm.
So if they feel that's why
I'm losing you there. I can hear you, Maniva. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Your phone do not disturb.
hello,
Yes, now we
you
can
can
hear
hear me
you.
now.
Yes, yes,
You can hear me now? Okay.
yes.
Yeah, so sometimes you just give them the resources, and that's why I work on. I try my best, my children know, we talk about it, and I just tell them. And I will tell you when they were growing up, so I should confess everything. Um, they on MSBC, they used to do the documentary about children in the prison, children in foster care, and the reason they there. And I was sometimes also bring my children when I say, "Oh, come let's wash it,"
Of
you
course,
know,
of
come and
course,
wash it and
of
see,
course, of
see
course.
what put in there and see the home you in.
Mm-hmm,
And if
mm-hmm,
you think you want to do something, see where you
mm-hmm.
will end up.
Right,
Either
right.
going to a juvenile center or you going to some foster care
Mm-hmm,
where somebody
mm-hmm,
going to take you as their wife or girl or whatever. Not all the foster
mm-hmm,
care good. Some good, but not majority no. So if
mm-hmm.
you think where you getting my home is bad, girl or boy, let's watch this together. I think that will help majority maybe.
It helps. It helps.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
It helps.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
just about talking and letting them know and
Mm-hmm,
don't ridicule them. Oh, you're doing trust cafe in front of me. Oh, you
mm-hmm,
this. No.
mm-hmm,
When they see that you care for them, you keep talking to them, they may change.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
They may
mm-hmm.
change.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, still talking about it. What if the child, comes to you and tell you, I'm a gay or I'm a lesbian? How do you handle it? Because that's getting more and more in our culture, even though that's not how we're raised, but it's a new era, new generation now, and the children are bold. I
Yeah.
don't know about your children, but my children are bold when
Oh,
they
my
come to
children
me to
both.
tell me everything.
Yeah.
They're bold. So
Yeah.
you got that child that will come to you and say, I'm a gay, I'm a lesbian. I mean, how do you handle that?
So all my children, the biological, every one of them, they both. And
Yeah,
I think I
that
the
is
one that will,
generational.
I think I the one that will come to quicker to tell me they're going to their parents.
Right.
And with me, I'm a Christian. I believe in the Bible. I believe in God. So, but at the same time, I am not here to judge you. That's not my place to judge you. I will tell you what I believe in. This is what my Bible said to me. This is what my law said to me. But if that's what you want to do, well, I can I can just pray for you. But the only thing I will ask for you to respect me, respect my boundary too. I will always love you. I will always love you. But don't expect me to openly accept you coming to
Mhm,
me in that form.
mhm,
I
mhm,
don't hate you. I love you. They are humans just like us. But where I stand, my belief
mhm,
is not that. But I
mhm.
love you.
Right.
Do your do. You
Mhm,
know, I'm not going to hit you. You can come around me. When you come around me, understand that I may not be open up to you like, oh yeah, this thing, but I will
mhm,
still take you as my child. That's
mhm,
my
mhm,
child coming to visit
mhm.
me. That's my child needs something from me. And if somebody may ask a question, say, oh, suppose they getting married. I will not attend the marriage. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
because I
Mhm.
don't believe in it.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
will
Mhm.
not accept it
Mhm. Mhm.
because I don't believe in it. But you are him. If that's what you think will make you happy, go ahead. But I'll just keep praying for you. I'll keep praying. My daughter was in the Boys and Girls Club. I don't
Mhm.
know if it's still happening. That's a good club.
Mhm. They
And
are.
yeah, and she had her big sister, the big sister, big brother and big sister. She was in the
Mhm.
Boys and Girls and big brother and big sister. And she had a big sister, and the woman used to come and take her out. Nice lady. And one time she was like, "Oh, I want your daughter to go with me to visit my brother and his partner."
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, they get a children and everything. And I know these people, they do background check on them. So I was still afraid. And you
Mhm.
know that, oh, they go. But
Mhm.
she just said, go to visit my brother and his partner. And they went.
Mhm.
But my daughter came. She like, oh, mommy, guess what? So person partner is a man, but they
Mhm.
get two children living with them. We have fun, we do this. And I explained to her, I think she knew.
Mhm.
And she was like, no, it was all right. They never push anything on me. Like, you got to accept this.
Mhm.
And I think so. It was open to her. And I don't know if she was going to tell me my brother partner is a gay. I don't think I'm going to have problem with my daughter going there.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm going to have problem with that. Because we we cannot um have cover them up. They
Mhm.
open.
Right.
You
Right.
know, we're
Mhm.
not able to say, oh, I don't want you to be friendly with that gay person.
Mhm.
I don't want you to wear. No, these
No.
children have eyes that technology, they're
Mhm.
around
Mhm.
friends.
Right.
Give
Right.
them the word. Just
Mhm.
teach
They
them
can explain
and
to
let them
them.
choose for them. Yeah, just
Mhm.
explain to them. And you
Right.
explain to them from your faith. I
Mhm.
explain to you from what I believe in my faith.
Mhm.
You know, so that's it. But I, I, I I'm not saying I'm not accepting. The people get a right to live
Mhm.
free
Mhm.
and fair. Everybody has the right to freedom. Who am I to stop you? What make you think what I'm doing, they like what I'm doing? But they're not
Mhm.
there to stop me.
Mhm.
Not
Mhm.
there to judge you. But if
Mhm.
you come close to my territory, I just will tell you, my or dad or son or nephew or niece, I love you. If that
Mhm.
will make you happy, but this is enter me never. This is what
Mhm.
she believe in.
Mhm.
Respect that. I respect you. I'm not going to disrespect what you're doing. You may not see me coming to your gallery because I don't. My
Right.
faith
Right.
really allow me to, but I still love you. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I like what you said about the faith.
mm,
But I think for me, first thing is it's for how we take the children to church, but we'll also make sure that they're listening to the
yeah,
word, so they're hearing what the Bible says when it comes to these things,
yeah,
especially these basic things. But most times they're listening, but that's reinforcing, like you said, what the faith is, what the Bible says about certain things. That's the most we can do and pray for them, because
that-
they will still be friendly with whoever they want to be friendly with.
yeah,
But if we're telling them what the faith is, what the word of God says when it
yeah,
comes to a man and a woman and all of that,
mm,
those kind of things. And then if they choose their path, like you said, just establish boundaries. Like, I'm not stopping you from living the life you want to live, but this is my space. So if you're gonna come in my space, this is the expectation.
yeah.
And I'm okay if you're not okay with my expectation. If you stay away, that's fine.
That's
You
fine.
know,
But I
but
still love you.
I still
I
love
still
you.
love
But
you.
this is
I
what it
still
this
love you.
in my space, in my home. This
Mhm.
is this is the life that I'm living. This is the life that I'm modeling. This is what I expect from people
Yeah,
that will come in my home or live in my home and stuff
yeah,
like that. And,
mhm,
and and it's okay. Just setting those boundaries, and
yeah,
then, like you said, using the word of God as a foundation, because we raise the children not only the culture, but we raise them also as Christian, godly
yeah,
parents and mothers. And
mhm,
so reinforcing the word of God. So they're not just taking them to church, but then reinforcing what the word of God says about man
mhm,
and a wife, and man and a woman, and husband and wife and stuff like that. It's very important.
yeah. Yeah, and they say, "Oh, but God, the same Bible say, love everyone." Yeah, I love you. I love everybody.
Mm.
I love everybody. But the same Bible destroy Sodom and Gomorrah because talk about that because of some of those things happening. You know what I mean? I love everybody. I love you, my child. I love the people you're around. But this is me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Setting those boundaries and those rules early in the game. Yeah, I like that.
Early, early in the game.
And yeah, and using biblical principles too.
Yeah.
We can't forget that we can't be ashamed. Some people they were Christian, but they won't be ashamed to say
Mhm.
they're Christian and say, I stand on this promise of the Word of God. The Word of God says this and this. I'm not ashamed about the gospel to say, I
Yeah.
think the Bible, the God that I believe in, He
Yeah.
says this is this
This-
in His Word. He said this is this, and I stand true to it. And this is the reason why I'm making this decision. I think we need to
Yeah.
reinforce that. Um,
Yeah.
so that's another touchy one there.
Yeah.
So another
Very
touchy
touchy.
one. I like to get to the touchy topics. Another touchy one. What if your child gets in problem with the law or go to extent of going to jail? How do you handle that? Whether you know about it or unknowingly jail guy wanted to tell you, oh, your child got arrested or put behind bars.
Um, you have to be there for your child. Even if that's something you have talked to them about, and like this thing will put you in trouble, and when you did it, that's your child. But then it depends. Again, I don't know, but I feel that's your child. You have to be there to give them that love, that support. Okay. So we get in America, yep, when the child is 18 years old, then the law, they take care of their own trouble. You know, though you will come there, but the police not going to call you if something happened to them, when they arrest them for something. You're not going to get a call. But till they reach 18, you're going to get that call. You got to be there for the child. And so there where I have experience too, concerning that for 18. Sometimes you have to take charge. I'm not going to talk about because I won't know if my child go and kill somebody with gun. You know what I mean? That I don't know. Because why would you want to go take somebody's life?
Mhm,
For
mhm.
what? I got to know you did it for self-defense. You know what I mean? That whole story got to come out. That whole story got to come out. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to say, oh, yeah, he did it, he wrong, or she did it, she wrong, this thing, but I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time and get that story. Because why would you want to do that if you just did it automatically? Why? That's somebody else's child, you know. So when it comes to that with the law, it's touching. But when it comes to the petty things, then especially you under my roof stay, and I'm responsible for you. You have to, as a parent, you have to stand tall because sometimes the children testing you, and you have to let them know I am the parent, and the law works with you. If your child is a teenager, juvenile, and they're doing something, don't just say because they put that child getting for the police, oh, I will leave it. No, you get rights. Stay over that child. You have the rights. If it's just for petty crime, now let me say, I won't come to the real one like death or, but like if the child in a car that they know they're not supposed to be driving, or either they caught them smoking weed, or maybe um stealing from the
Shoplifting.
go to the mall, yeah,
Mhm.
or sometimes they put them other stuff, and I won't say petty, some can be that serious crime, but you as a parent, you are in control with that law, with whatever your child dealing with. You work with the people. You don't turn it over to them. No. You turn it over to them, they're going to do what they got to do with it. You don't do that. I learned it. I learned it the hard way. I did. And it was not an easy thing,
But
you
Maneva,
know.
let me
And
let me ask a follow up to this. Sorry. Um, what if whether underage or overage, us African parents, we're very soft. I know we very tender heart. Let me not say so tender heart when it comes to our children, regardless underage or overage. So the child get in trouble with the law, whether be it they got tickets they don't pay, you pay for them, whether underage or overage, because they
I'm
go to
not
jail.
paying for
You
the
have
ticket.
them. You
No.
better where do you stop? Then they get in jail. You have them. So many children they
Mm,
just in and out because you
uh,
got this mother or father that always beating it in and out. So they're milking it in and out, in and out. They can never wisen up. Where do you stop?
you stop. But the first time I'm really going to milk it. Look, that dog with a ticket. Mind it. Because I tell the story, they will know what I'm talking about. But somebody just had une permit to drive. We came from out. I know that's not my daughter. I just say, grab
Mm-hmm.
my car. They drove it. I came home. I was like, what happened to the car? By the time, look, I heard somebody calling me. I didn't know, can you come? They said, Trooper pull us over. And I said, oh, okay, where are you guys? Then the state trooper took the phone. He said, we're at the red light. Are you able to come? I know you don't have your car because they're in the car. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you guys not far from me. It was a walking distance.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
So, so
That's
I walked there and I've
mm-hmm.
been telling them, I said, if you get a driving permit, it doesn't mean you can drive like that.
Without adult.
And when
Mm-hmm.
you're driving, be careful how you're driving.
Right,
But you know
right.
our young children, they be,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I got there, the stage for them. I'm like, oh, do you have insurance? I gave everything. He said, this is a car. I showed my driver license and everything. He said, I'm going to give you a ticket. I'm not giving your mom the ticket. You are giving you the ticket. You are driving. Because the first time I told this, the trooper, I said, I don't even know they took the car for any yard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And me, I tell her, I said, it come to my license. It come to my anything that would give me a hard time to go up there. I'm not standing behind you if you think you will fall it. So I said, I don't even know they took it. Those two ladies, young ladies, were crying like to say, I don't believe this woman here saying this thing. But I
And
was
mama
like,
coming to throw us on the bus, yeah? She's
they
gonna be
threw
our
us on the
mama.
ticket. I just like, and I kept looking at it. They said to me, like, I don't even know they took my license. I mean, they took my car. The man said, okay, I'm going to give you a ticket and get in the back, and your mom, you going to drive you home. And we go home. And I like, are you working? Both of you working? Yeah. When you take pay up in the money, we'll go back, we'll go pay the ticket. Yeah. I still get a receipt here. I still have the receipt. And when they when they did it, they came, when we got it, I not even writing check. We getting money order.
What do you
When we got
order?
the money order, I drove them to the place and they paid the ticket. By the time I look, the other one came, I get my lesson. I said, well, yeah, the car key, they're good. So I
That's a
do
good
not
story.
I do not know. I don't. My son, and I know he won't mind me saying that because he's a good gentleman now. He good, but it was the same thing I had with him, and it came to a place now, and because I was doing health and human services, my sponsor or supervisor, advisor in school, she was the chief, she used to be the chief social worker in Madison. So I went to her and I explained, and the first thing she told me, take over the case. They won't make any decision without you. They will ask you, these are what we have. What can you do for your son? What can we do? Do you want him to go this place? Do you want him to do this punishment? They will talk to you. You still have the rights over him. They are not taking it from you. And I learned that. So I was able to negotiate. I one of the parents that did send their child back to Liberia. I did. I did.
I know a
And I
couple
was
of people that did that.
Yeah, I was a single parent, and I felt like, this is getting tough for me. It was like every day we in. We
Mm-hmm.
went one time. We went to court, and the judge told my son, and when you see my son, you see me. And I was going to court with him to do everything. And the judge said, I don't. He and my cars, my nephew, both of them were always there. I mean, I don't know what was wrong with the children, and they were a car. They always in car. Like you just 13, 16. You don't have in the
right,
people car.
right.
All my friends say, hey, man say he must drive the car. Who man will get a 30 years old car to
Yeah,
drive?
okay.
Huh? So
Mm,
they traveled. The judge told him, I don't want to see you in the courthouse. I don't want to hear you talking to police. Don't even say hello to the police. You and
mhm,
police shouldn't talk. That means I want you straight. But
mhm.
hey, Mr. Go 3 days. Yeah, police were talking.
Oh
So I
Lord.
said, now you gotta go. And
Yeah.
he went. And they helped they helped me. He went Liberia. I saw things change.
Mm. Somebody calling again.
Yeah. And I saw things. I just know that online. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. You had an interruption there. You put
Yeah.
your phone to not disturb,
And
then
I
we'll.
saw
Mhm.
I did it. Oh, I don't know why they
It's
keep.
okay.
Yeah.
We're almost to the end.
So and then I he went and later he came after 2, 3 years he came and he's doing great. He even
Mhm.
gave me my first beside the other nieces and nephews that gave me grandchildren. He gave me so it, sometimes it's good, sometimes it don't work good for
Yeah,
everybody. But
not
with
for
me, I
everybody.
thank God.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thank God for you have to be tough. You have to be tough with them. If you think you keep going and coming up, no, then you and mommy can have that long conversation because the next time you go, mommy not going to come there. Mommy not going to be there with you. If I keep talking to you and you think you have to keep working, going with the law, my child, there, maybe you're not ready. I love you, Paul. I'll have to give you that tough love. So yeah.
Yeah, I know
But
quite a.
again,
Mhm.
like we said, and motherhood or the training now won't fit. It's
Mhm. No,
different.
it was
It's
not
different.
fit all. Right. You gotta find what works for you. Little bit
Yeah.
here, there, yeah.
Hmm.
What will work for you, like you said, what will work for you may not work for the other person.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
I know some people who send their children home. What of Liberian people or even in Nigeria or Ghanaian people. I know a Ghanaian friend I sent his son home. Came back, didn't get any better. Sent a daughter home, the daughter got worse.
Hmm.
Then Liberian person said a daughter who got worse than,
Yeah.
the child being here. And so the issue who was self responsible, both of the
Yeah.
parents were responsible and feel like, whoa,
Yeah.
even though she
Hmm.
was giving her a hard time here, giving her a hard time here, but we should have just,
Yeah.
tukutaka
She have to get.
the children in there,
Yeah.
you need to stand here, you need to stand
Yeah.
like China on
Oh.
it. They're breaking you, breaking. The tell you,
Oh.
I will not born
Yeah.
you. You born me again.
Oh yeah. I said, I born you. Oh, you born me. I don't want born you. I was 20. I had my first child. So I was like 24, 25. My mom, one day we were talking and we just came from behind the line. We stopped doing the walk. I went as far as Fender. And then when the ECMO people came, we came back home being said. And something my mother and myself were talking. Oh, by the time I could think, I just felt a slap in my face. My
Mm,
mom slapped me like,
mhm.
shut up. I'm talking to you.
Right,
I was
right,
big. I had a child. But she did. And I kept quiet.
of course.
They were like, I born you. I don't care how big you are. I
Mm-hmm,
born you. I can still
mm-hmm,
discipline you.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the culture we're raising.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. So let's talk about still on motherhood and parenting and all of that. Let's talk about blended family because we know, the blended children. Now we're talking about motherhood. It's always like it doesn't matter what side. They want to bring her own. And sometimes, in our culture, I got my children. I married Josmo or boyfriend to Josmo. Josmo bring her own. When I correcting Josmo children, Josmo mad. Or Josmo correcting my child, I'm mad. How do we handle that? I got too many stories on that, but I'm gonna leave
I
you.
you would give that story because with me, I have not experienced it, but I have seen people, I have seen people experiencing it, but I have not experienced it. So I don't know, but I know families, my families and things that I experience it and I look up to them and be like, I know my older sister, she's an awesome mother, an awesome stepmother. So not because she's my older sister, but her daughter will come. The daughter will not even say that my stepmom. She knows that's her mother. So and I think I think it's all about the both the partners understanding each other and coming as one to discipline the children.
Gotta be on the same page.
You have got to be on the same page. I think that's it. Because if you're not on the same page, then that's problem. If the man want to discipline your child, he be like, oh, that's not because the children were playing. They were playing in
Oh
your
yeah.
ear.
Of course, of course.
Yeah,
Of
you know
course.
you're
I
not
told you
my
I got
child.
stories.
You know, yeah, you know you're not my child. And you no, 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 don't tell me that one. He's not your child. But he's the one helping in the house.
Yes, yes, yes,
You
yes.
know, he
Yes.
taking care of you too.
Right, right,
Even if your father is so involved in your life, but at
right,
certain time he's here.
right,
So it's
right.
about the whole planet, the both mind, body, step by step, coming to understand and go with one word to discipline the children, to love the children, to care for the children, and know that everyone are agreeing to what happening. You know, we're agreeing to how we raising you, how we disciplining you. They have to work on that first before they bring it to the children. And most of the time it's toxic because if the relationship never ended good, then the child go to the mom wants to say the negative thing about the child go to the
Right,
pa wants to say
right,
the
right.
negative things, the child they want play between you know, so it's just about I don't have much to say about planet, but I know I can say about if you come in my life as a single mother and you don't have my children,
Right,
those are my package.
right, right.
So
You,
that
you,
one
you, you gotta love the package. You know what I'm talking about the
if I love
package.
the package, you gotta love it, you can't love it. Get the stuffing.
You would
Get
love
the
it or you would
stuffing.
go. Or you would tell me or you would go. No,
Yep, if
but
you
we
can love
laughing.
that package, yeah. So
We
you, I will
laughing
leave
about
it
it
to
when I
you
say
to
I
talk
have.
about the planet. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm laughing now. I have a story. The only reason I say I have a story, I have a story even when I was married. Probably, how long have you married? Probably a divorce, probably 15 years. But early in my marriage, I had married, I was married first. So before we got married, so I was in my 20s, but my husband had a son. So we brought a child into the marriage. Not too small, but I think he was, under 10 years old. But I was very younger then anyway, so I didn't pay attention to much compared to now, but because I was still learning parenting. But most of the time, any behavior issue, the only I think I still remember because even though I was in my 20s, but the behavior issue that we had at the time was so the child that was still let doing homework, and I was in Liberia. He let doing his homework. He was failing school, let doing homework. And so, most of the time I would let his dad handle it. So his dad would handle it. I was very young. I was, 23, 24.
Yeah.
He was even all the time.
Y'all don't want to go married soon.
Wow, too small, too soon. I'm too young. I didn't even get children by that time. Do you know what's up? So anyway, but most of his dad was handling that. So his dad was fighting with the homework. They were always, but I would help him with homework. But when it comes to the, when he can't bring no bad grades and grade, it's not the past the grade, then he the past be fighting. They were fighting on that. They were always fighting on that and stuff. But I was just helping do his homework and stuff. But so that's that. But fast forward, probably in this adult life after marriage, and it's been more than a decade more since I got divorced. But in adult life, just in a relationship, I was a specific relationship. I've had those, and it's not a marriage, but just somebody that I was dating
Yeah.
and not living together, but because we've been together for a while, so you could go to the person's house, they come to your house, you know how
I
it
understand.
is. But have some behavior issues with their children, obviously my children be so their children, but I've seen both ways where the man will say that when you discipline the child, because I don't know about you, Minerva. I come from a place where I live with my mom for a little bit, but even when I live with my mom had other children in the house. They had, so I'm always used to other people correcting. In the neighborhood,
Yeah.
I was an active child. So if my neighbor correct me or whip me or whatever, my mom ain't care because she know my hair was hard. If you're
Yeah.
not going to her neighbor, not going to quit her because you beat Telvi. No, she know that you're doing it goofy. You
Yeah.
mean well for Telvi. It takes that village. The village we're talking about. I went to my auntie with the same thing. My auntie with me, my mom worried her hiding. So then when my sister with me good because I went to live with my auntie a little after middle school into adult life. And so my auntie said with me, good. That is good. You see my hair was high, even wet. But I love both of them to death. It's because we're coming for a good place.
Good
But the
place,
point
yeah.
making there is, my mom, they were in quiver. Nobody was she didn't care. Even if I came to her and said, "Oh, your sister," she didn't talk in there because she know it was from a good place. But
Yeah.
I've been in this at least one relationship in this my brother where you discipline the child and they have a problem with it. They see it as a place that you don't like the child, and it's not. And the children doing the real bad thing. So, for example, the child abusing drugs, and they as a parent don't even know about it. That's just one example. Don't even know about it because they're too busy on the computer. They're too busy with other things and work and not paying attention. And so you get a keen eye for that, and you pay attention, bring it up. Then you get a response of, "Oh, children are cheering. Children will be cheering." Can you imagine? And then, another example, I tell you, I got stories. The same relationship, I got about 50 stories, but that's a reason why in the past. But,
yes, that's the
then,
reason in the past.
The same relationship, the children over 12, 13, 14 years old. One probably about 12, 14, the other one 17 something will eat. And that's the one irks me. Eat, leave the whole place messy, and you call them to clean up, and then the power vest because you call the children, you should just clean it because children are children. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Yeah. First of all, my children age, I will not even clean it up after them. No, I make them clean the mess.
Yeah.
That's how we raise the children. Clean the mess, and the more you make them clean the mess, they will know to clean after themselves. You're not eating and just leave everything messy and go to your room to go play video game or to just be on the phone and stuff like that. Where children just, another example, where the children just stay on phone and video game all day from in the morning to night. The child on there. I never raised my children like that.
Yeah.
My children were coming up, those the days where Xbox were just coming up. But there was a time where they had to do homework. There were times they could play on the Xbox. And there are times where they had to just do nothing, no electronics, and they just have to be a person. Time for different things. But you just raise your child where your child just on between video game and phone, and all they do, the only time they get up when they want to pee or when they want to go for food. And guess what? They bring the food, they bring it in the room, they eat the food, right? They put it under the bed, they put it everywhere. The room smell of prison, it smell a trash can. And when you go talk,
they start getting roaches in the house.
Roaches, everything, the room thinking. I mean, the children can even take the bath because they're too busy on video game all day. They're on phone all day. And you passing, you can't say nothing. But then when you talking, then you load at the bad person because, you left my children.
That's why in the past.
Yeah, but you pass because you say nothing because that your children and you want me to be bad. You want to say nothing to them. How can children go all day? Don't take a bath. Don't freshen up. Whenever we're growing up, we get up in the morning. The first thing we know, we need to take bath before we do anything else.
Yeah.
Before we even eat that, we need to take bath. Brush your teeth. Even if you're not going out, you must freshen first. But you have your game, video game, whole day. So there with the phone, they laying down. But little we get them one pee, when not go for food, then they bring in the room, the hall, so they eat. They did it. They play there. When you open the room, smell the prison, feel the trash can. When you talk, you let my children. You let people. You let my children. Children are children. You gotta be patient. Children are children. Like I'm gonna say, raise two children, 2 girls.
My children, you see my children.
You see my children.
You see my daughter.
You see my daughter. And they're well behaved. They're not perfect, but the basic things that is expected of them, they do. It's only because we did the work on the front end, And so, like I said, I got so many stories, but abusing drugs. You see a child. The same relationship. I tell you, the relationship with Rocky. The same relationship. The child doing watching pornography.
Oh wow!
Something we discover watching pornography because the child will always, like what's going on? The child lock the bathroom, go there forever, doing this, go follow the child watching pornography on the phone, sending naked pictures to girls, in the school, masturbating, watching the pornography and masturbating. You bring these things to their attention and be like, oh, like my child, the children are children, and children, what are you doing? What are you doing to help the child? And you're not saying nothing. So when they who their girlfriend slash stepmom, I know bad because guess what? You not saying nothing. The only time you say something, unless I say something to you. Ain't Raji? So if we're in the house all day, if I come for a weekend or a long holiday, we're in the house all day. And if you say nothing, we're in the house all day on a Saturday. And the children take our whole day until 4 o'clock. And if you see you say nothing. But I have to come from the room or come from somebody to say something. Then when I say something, that's when you move. Now to go say, y'all go take her. And you go say that. Then when you talk, you say children are children. I mean, needless to say, I'm just like, this is not right.
It's not right.
It's not how you love children. It's not how you parent children. This is not love. This is not even how you were raised, because we all the same age group, so we're raised still on the same path. So the issue of the whole blended family is a very sticky thing, because where do you draw the line?
Where you draw the line?
You draw the line. But needless to say, you look at the whole thing, what it's just like, I mean, I'm coming to be Topa hero behind you, and then Topa hero behind your children. All right, yo. Let's go.
Especially if you have your children and you finish disciplining your children, you finish putting certain discipline in them, and now you coming to get this family. Let's forget about the boyfriend and girlfriend, but you see all the red flags, and you're not taking care of it, and you say, "Oh, it can be fixed when we get married." It won't be fixed.
It's not going to be fixed.
I don't care where the love coming from, and I think that it won't be fixed.
It's not going to fix. And that whole nonsense of, oh, children are children. No. Not in this kind of baseline thing. Especially you as the parental, biological parent, you're not saying anything. The only time you say something, unless I say something,
it's not
the wicked stepmother, right?
Yeah, and the stepmother already, they say they can already stepmother, wicked stepmother. So I tell people, it's not worth it. Look,
no,
when it comes to children, I love children. I take care of people's children, but I can't stress myself.
No, I'm not going to deal with that stress.
No, I don't know. And when people, you talk about the blended family, I talk about you coming to see me with my package. That's my children. If you come and see me with my children, yes, I want you to help me to raise them. I want you to be there like a father in their life.
Absolutely.
But if you can't do that,
no,
and you just think, oh, that's her children, I ain't got nothing to say. And I'm not even giving you the reason not to say something.
Right.
But you feel like, I think my own story, I tell you, I got married for 6 months. I jumped out of it.
Montia, no sweat. Better to jump out early to stay there forever.
I think I got out of it 3 months, but for it to legalize everything, it was 6 months. And we are good friends there. But
of course.
No, my children, that's my package. And I won't stop you if you want to discipline them, But at the same time, and the person I'm talking about will go out of the house and go tutor other people's children. And my children will be home. And then when I ask, where are you coming from? Oh, I want to go tutor my cousin's children. But you get 2 children, they're your children.
Right.
You
married me with it. You married me with my package. Right.
Yeah. You met me with them. I brought them. I brought them.
Right.
And I got from work, I got to cook. Gotta make sure everything that I got to tutor. When you living, even if the people pay you, but
that's the least you can do as a surrogate father. Yeah.
And so it was a lot of stuff. I like, no, this not working.
Ain't going far. Ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere. Pack your bag.
I was like, and I know we'll go to the front side. Most of the time, especially we African, we pack our bag quick. When you're in the main first and you get out of the house. No, I want to learn from the Western world. Even at your house, you will leave the house. I tell you to
Your
go.
piece, your piece.
I be like, why are you leaving the house? You get it. I should leave the house.
No, I need
I
my
said, that
piece.
house is both of us, name. You know, I'm gonna, the worst thing worker said, and when I come out, you should be out of here. You know, I'll be like, you. So I was like, I went to work that day. I was like, this is not working. This is not working at all. Please, when I come home tonight, she be going, where am I going? I said, I don't know.
You figure
I
that out.
really don't know. Figure it out. But this is not working. And that's how we partner. And
Yeah.
it took a while for other people because we're still friends. We go other
Right.
people say it took a
And
while
sometimes
for
that's all
other.
it takes. You can just be friends. For a
Yeah,
relationship, it can't be. It just
yeah.
can't be.
That other one I knew what topic we talk on that one. I got to the
Different
relationship.
time.
For
Oh,
you put motherhood, I tell you, motherhood, I'm a mother hen. I'm a lioness over my children, over everybody I love. I'm a
right,
lioness. I
right,
love my children. I protect them, protect everybody
right,
that look up to me and say, Mom, you bad, you good, I protect you, I'm there for you. And I tell
right.
people, they're like, oh, okay, I say, yeah, that's me. I won't talk plenty, but they know what I can do in the back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's when it, like I said, when it comes to blended family, that was that
Yeah,
one relationship, but with a lot of issues
yeah.
when it comes to
It was in warfare.
motherhood. Oh, it
Yeah,
wasn't worth it. The only
warfare.
and always buying time and begging like, oh, children will be children, just be patient, be patient. I thought, wow, I said, you what? Be
Yeah,
patient, why? Be patient. I gotta deal with all of this. And the thing about it, you're not even co-parenting with me. It's almost like I'm an ally. Then I look back because you're not saying nothing. I get to talk before you move. Then I get to look back to the children like I'm being this witch stepmother to be like, look, I parent my children. I parent my nieces. My
yeah,
auntie, her never equipped her.
yeah.
She ain't get how to talk. I can't deal with you. D-Way, I gotta parent you and parent your children. Oh, you're out. Let's
Yeah,
go out. You're out.
yeah,
My
yeah,
patience out with you.
yeah.
Y'all go. Y'all go.
Yeah,
Now
because
somebody
at the
else
end
cup
of,
of tea.
the day, if you're going to continue with it and you're ready planning like marriage or even stay together,
We're not
just
gonna
start
go.
done. But your children end up looking good, being good, and then
Mm-hmm.
never they'll say, "Oh, but she was stepmom. She never
Mm-hmm.
took care of the children there."
Right.
But they never knew what was going on. You
Right.
know,
Right.
she
Right.
no, she took care of look at her children. Her children looking good, but because she was stepmom to these children, but
Mm-hmm.
they really don't know the story. You know,
Right.
they really
Right.
don't know the story. So
And you know that they never to add to that for move because like I said, they want to work at different time, but just to talk because there's one relationship that had all these baby passed away. But also this thing relationship, this person will sit down. When I talk about, the children eat the other day, teacher, you don't say point. The only time you move on, let's tell me say something. But the same person will sit down in the middle, even like on a Sunday that day, sit down in the living room, have movie night with his son because he had two sons. But one of the children have movie night, made a pack on trash, made all the candy wrapper, all the trash. And then two of them will sit there. And then after the show, if I telling the child to say, go, now we're done with the movie, go take take the wrappers, take the wrap, clean the place or something, go put it in the trash. No, they leave it dirty. They tell me gotta come from keep on the room or on the computer, something to say, but why is the living room dirty like this? Why they pack on wrapper? Why they paying the pack on paying here? Oh, I thought, guys, before, and then instead of him making the child to clean it, guess who gets to clean it? He cleaned it. He will go clean it. I said, what kind of parenting is this? He will go clean it. And then the 12-year-old, 14-year-old standing out there and let the pop be clean the popcorn and the candy and all the wrappers and made for moving there. I'm just like, I don't know how you should love to your children. I
yeah,
raised my children a day and he even walk me, bop, Felicia. That's somebody, they didn't want to be somebody else in trouble. I'm not doing it. Yeah, but so that so that's the okay. You see how they're telling because she wants to apply, you send it to
yeah,
her.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's on that. But anyway, let's get coming on something on that. Then we'll move to the next one.
Oh
But
no,
that's
it's not. I told you I'm not. I'm that other one planning. I have not done it, so I don't even think I would do it again because everybody feeling getting pixel in that. If I get a partner with Jeffy, I want to getting all together and
yeah,
and see our grandchildren. So that's it.
No, but my neighbor, at this age we're in, I mean, all of us are about 50 or over. Um, it's very hard for you to not have a partner that got children. But I
Mm-hmm.
think it's that trust and that understanding and co-parenting to know that if I correct my neighbor children and coming from a good place, if she correct my children coming from a good place
Cool place.
versus because if you don't feel that comfort level to know that, oh, I need to protect my children because either they got a baby mama trauma going down, another thing now. They
Yeah.
want the child to go back to the mom to say
Let,
his
let me tell
girlfriend
let
or
me
his
tell you the
wife
fun.
corrected me so that they scared at all.
But let
A
me tell
different
you,
talk.
the age I am now right now, the partner, all the trouble be that the trouble be
So the
people on
children
their
be
own.
grown, mom, I
Grown.
watch it up.
I no I
If your child not grown, you better don't come to me because I'm playing
no
them like rubbish.
look out. The grandchildren and grandchildren, you get them when you want them. When you see that other grandchild, they come here, when they call, can we bring this person? Oh no, we're going to work to do that other grandchild will be at 40, that other grandchild will but where I
I
am
mean,
now, no, no, I ain't going to raise no babies
I
again.
know.
I
No,
won't be
it's
part of no baby drama.
a difficult place to be. In
Yeah.
as much as you want to be understanding, and you want to be tolerant because people will be like, oh, that they'll say, oh, tell me they don't take no mess. Tell me they don't break. So that you try to where to find a balance, but you can't be too understanding until you throw yourself to the wind. You lose yourself in the process. We're not
Yeah.
gonna do that. You
No,
can be
you can't.
accommodating to a certain extent. That's my
Yes. Yes.
within reason. Within
Yes.
reason. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, there was another touchy one. So I think I never
Very,
fully cut
very
me off.
touching.
Yeah. But before we move, I'm sure she will want to say something about what she's joining, but we'll be talking the next thing. Let's talk about grandma in the whole process. Grandma and mother. You laughing there. I saw you got something to share before I even ask the question.
Grandma, I know something about these grandchildren. They can want you out to spoil with the grandmother leave. But it's not an easy thing, Um, my mom, again, like I said, my mom was a disciplinary person. So her grandchildren, she disciplined them with love too. And I had no reason, I even think my siblings had reason to say, I'm not bringing my child or my children to you because you will spoil them. Our father died at a younger age. He never met any of his grandchildren, so I won't bring it. I think if he were going to be alive, he don't want going to spoil the grandchildren. He don't want going to be like. But our mom, she continued till she died 2 years ago. She was like, this is it. She will, discipline and too, but they love her. She disciplined her in a way that they love her, but not the way she disciplined us.
Right.
Uh-uh.
Totally different.
Especially me. Not the way she disciplined me because I was my dad baby. So she was like, oh, if your dad want to spoil you, I'm not going to spoil you. I'm going to discipline you. And she did. She did. Me being a grandmother to all my grandchildren, I try to be firm with them, but I see that uncertainty, it just melt my heart. And then the children will be like, Mommy, you're not doing that. And tell me, no, but they can be like, but this is it. I want them when I want them. Don't bring your children to me when I call for them. Know that your responsibility. But grandchildren, I don't want you to say, I hear some people you're not I can't bring my child to you because you will not do you will not take care of my child. You won't this person took care of you
Right.
to make you who you are.
Right.
Then you say that you can't take the child to that person because the person will either spoil the child or they will be too hard on the child. But
Right.
I discipline the person your parent gave you.
Right.
So what make you think they won't give it to your child?
Yeah.
Yeah, they may sport, they may do a little bit thing to be like grandma, but they discipline you, and you just need to let them know, mommy or dad, you know how you brought me out. Don't do it, it almost like, and our topic is a different topic where people
Mhm.
get married and then they say, I don't want your man to take care of my child.
Mhm. Mhm.
Excuse me,
Mhm. Mhm.
this man, this woman, that her child, she born it up
Right.
for you to marry,
For marry. Exactly. Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
So it just, but the grandparent will always be grandparent, my boy. I don't know what else to say, but because of all
Yeah,
the
yeah. Grandpa, I'll be grandpa. I didn't quite honestly. I came to America very early, so I didn't have
uh,
much to do. Even though when I was growing up, my grandmother was living my grandmother had a house one side, my mom house was on the other side. But she didn't she was too busy doing community work. She didn't really for us, but she was giving us gifts so that it's falling there. She always giving, but she didn't get involved, like stopping my mom, how to parent us and all
yeah.
that, But she was always giving us gifts. She was that grandmother that was giving gifts because she was having, delivering people in the neighborhood and all that. But she didn't get involved in the parenting. And I came to America, like I said, for a long time. So I see
So,
my
but you
body.
see with
Go ahead.
you see with me, my grandmother, my mother, I lived with her when I was in a kindergarten in Banga. I went to school in Banga, so I lived with my grandmother and my uncle, my grand uncle. My grand uncle disciplined us, why? Because brother and sister were living together, and so we lived with them. My brother and myself. And they discipline us, especially my uncle. My grandmother too disciplined us in a way, but my grand uncle, the one that disciplined us till when I graduated from kindergarten in Banga and I came Morovia. I used to come Morovia every now and then. My parents used to bring me when they're living there. My grandmother, my father and mother, and my granddad, they was like when I come for vacation, I would sit to the step and everybody that leaving got to give me money or do something to me, make me feel good. And when she cook my food there, she all the other grandchildren there, but she'll call me, Yako call me now for her food. And my grandfather. So it was kind of different. And then when we built our house in peace, we moved in peace with my mother and the mother moved with us. But this is it. She loved boys' children.
Mhm.
So she spoiled the boys' children. But we the girls, no, she disciplined us like
Mhm.
our mom. She did. For her boys, no, no, no. You couldn't touch my brother or my aunt on a chick, boys' children, no. But we the girls' children, we got it from her and my mom. So yeah, so it was like, I don't know if they spoil us, but they disciplined us too. It was that love. I would say everything that my parents and my grandparents did, they doing disciplining at the same time loving us, telling us this is the world you will go into, this is the way it's going to be, and maybe worse than what we're bringing you into. So yeah.
So I've heard a lot of stories about nowadays grandma. Um, okay, it's perfect timing. I see her in the backstage there. So I'll share some of the things I'm hearing compared to the okay, she should need her camera to be on. Her camera's not on. Okay, mom, please turn your camera on. It's not coming on, so it's not allowing me to bring you on stage. But what I'm hearing from can you put in the chat for her
Yeah.
yeah. So what I'm hearing nowadays, grandma, I hear stories nowadays, grandma, first of all, they don't want to be called grandma.
Oh yeah.
They don't act like grandma. They don't dress like grandma. And they don't even want to model grandma behavior. They don't even want to help their they don't even want to help their son or their daughter to even help to parent. To help to parent. Hello, howdy. I made it.
Yes, you did.
And you made it on grandma topic. You perfect time. You perfect time. We're talking about grandma. So nowadays, grandma compared to grandma of those days. Let me repeat because I don't know if you heard the beginning. They don't want to be called grandma. They don't want to act like grandma. They don't want to dress like grandma. They don't want to even have to help the son or the daughter to even parent the grandchild. They won't be young. They won't be sweet 16. Dressing sweet. They won't be called.
No.
Stories where the grandma told the niece, don't call me the grandchild, don't call me grandma, call me auntie. Or you're leaving me behind, or all are going together, or not even helping to parent the children, like telling the children stories of when they were growing up, or when I was raising your mom, when I was raising your dad. Those things to help to model good behavior, to help to streamline the habits. So, what have you heard about grandma, and what kind of grandma are you if you are grandma? Do you fit in any of these categories?
Oh, so it's me. Okay. I want to tell you guys, thank you for this evening. I'm happy to be here. Uh, my grandma, well, biologically, no, I'm not a grandmother, but I have a niece who I help raise, and she has a son. So my husband always call me grandma. I am not grandmother, but so yes, my niece who I consider my daughter, yes, she has a son, so I'm a grandma. If you look at it, but biologically, no, I'm not. But we were just talking today. Aunt and myself was talking. She has a coworker who became a grandmother, I think, at 30. I mean, come on. I wouldn't want nobody to call me grandma. So I don't blame her. So I mean, it depends. Grandmother are not the one we had back in the days now. So they are getting younger and younger. So you got a 28 or 30-year old that just became a grandma. I mean, they are still trying to find a footing, in adulthood or womanhood. They're trying to be middle aged and they don't even know what's going on. So to actually live up to the name grandmother, it's a big tax. It's a big tax. It's a big deal, and I don't think a lot of people are ready for it. So they just not ready for it because the grandmothers are not the one we had before back in the day. You and myself growing up, so they're getting younger and younger, and the tax is getting harder because they definitely grandmothers are not living up to the tax anymore. Grandmother first of all, they are busy. They work. They all work 9 to 5 job or a 12-hour shift, whatever in the profession they are in. They want to have that time to go out. They have their own activities to do, so they don't have those time to take those. They don't have the time to sit and take care of kids like before. And then to make it harder, a lot of times they might not even live in the same state or probably live in the same city, so it make it harder too. So it's just so many things nowadays where the tax of grandmother now is just making it difficult and harder now. So grandmother are not what we have, but for me, I miss the real grandmother for my kids. I mean, my mom. I have my mom, but again, I'm in a situation where my parents live out of state. I live in Texas. My parents live in Maryland. So they want to get to see the kids, maybe a weekend here and there, or holidays here and there. So the kids know them, but they're not really living and growing up like some of us did. I grew up. My grandmother raised me, so she was who I consider my mother growing up. My mom had me at a younger age. She had to leave and go to school, so my grandparents raised me. So I wish my kids, were really had that kind of. So the upbringing I got today, made me the mother that I am today. I got those from my grandmother. Like I always tell people, everything I tell somebody, I'll be like, oh, my grandmother always told me that. So I wish my kids would have that. They have my mom, but not like what I had growing up. It's very limited. When I say they have limited grandmother time nowadays because of the distance.
Yeah, I like what you said. Is your grandmother still alive?
No, I lost her during Ebola.
Oh, sorry.
During Ebola in 2014, yeah.
You strike an important point about the being early grandma. We see that more and more. And I swear I warn my children I warning them about something else. I said, you better not make me grandma. You better not try me. I'm ready for that. I keep speaking the wrong. I'm bringing that on there.
Don't try me.
Don't try me. But I mean, I can be joking, but I mean, definitely with school, I hope that they'll have children in marriage like I did. Hopefully I modeled that for them. But if it happens, it happens. We have to be accepting. But I try to to warn them, you better not try me, oh, you're try me. But so if so I guess the conversation should be, I mean, I'm trying to your thoughts on it now, because if it happened early, like your friend that had he had a grandchild at 30. Yeah, don't call me grandma, because I won't even hear it. I don't necessarily hear the thought of it, but what can I do at that age of 30 or 35 to
30,
still
yeah.
be supportive?
Totally.
That's my thing. Can we still be supportive?
You know, you know, at the end of the day, your grandma. So I mean, at the end of the day, you are grandma. And every question you ask, like, all right, you should know how to dress, as a grandmother. Okay. So what kind of let me be the devil advocate now. I'm a grandma, okay? And my mother, she was a grandma, but nobody was leaving her behind. But I don't mean that she was dressing like her grandchildren, but she
Provocative.
was dressing. And
Mm-hmm.
she was telling, you're not
Mm-hmm.
leaving me behind,
Mm-hmm.
when her
Mm-hmm.
grandchildren go there, you're not leaving me behind. But how do you talk about dressing, to be with the grandchildren? Um, how do you want them to respect you? I'm a grandma. I'm proud for my children when we go out there. My grandchildren call me grandma. My my son daughter now, she call her other grandmother from the mom's side. She got different name for her. She call me grandma. My grandson, he anywhere we are, grandma, 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 grandma. He ain't got no other name to call me for grandmother. My nieces and children, they will call me, grandma auntie, grandma Minerva, grandma this. Um, it's different. Everybody get their own ways. You don't want me. If I was younger, when they had the children, I could say, don't call me grandma, But at the end of the day, you are a grandmother. You are, but you have to set that, like we said at the beginning, that boundary. I'm your grandmother. You know, I'm your grandmother. I'm not your girlfriend. You and myself not going to sit and drink alcohol together. You understand? You and myself not going to get in that club. I see you there because I'm talking about the ones that became grandmother at a younger age, and then the children. But it's a tough thing. But people just I'm a proud grandmother, and my grandmother was native woman, so I never went through that with her. But I saw my mom. My mom was the one that would say, "Don't call me grandma. When you go out, don't call me grandma." She wanted to be the young girl. Yeah. Don't call me. Mm-mm. When the children come to her, Victoria, grandma, grandma, she said, and what the teasing you, I wanted to. And I think she want dress just like, when me dress, she want dress good, not to dress like the teenager, but bring good clothes for her. And she tell you, you're not leaving me behind. You are not. But like we just need to know our place. Again, I'm biased with that because I'm a grandmother. I don't know if my grandchildren grow big and the teenager or something, how we are, how we work with them. Maybe after I'll be ready and holding the stick so people will know that I'm a grandmother. Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
not an
I
easy
think
thing.
for me, and Kima, please come in there, because I'd like to know your thoughts. Because we've been running our mouth for a while. I think my
Yes.
struggle
That's your time
there,
to talk.
yeah, my struggle there is where you see grandma, you see daughter, and you see grandchild. You can't tell the difference who's the child and where it is, because everybody dressing the same.
Mm,
Everybody, the dress code, you can't
yeah.
determine. At some point in time, we need to graduate from certain
Yes.
things and
Yeah.
leave it to the children. Now, I
Yeah.
said,
You
I said, don't wear cool stuff, or don't dress old. It is old school, I tell you.
Yeah.
But I think certain things, just
Yeah.
certain way of going, I think we just need to just leave. You can't be, grandma, or a certain age
you
and you be
can't,
dressing like
yeah.
4 year old.
I
You know what I
don't
mean?
think you can be walking with your daughter or your son, and then you got his child or her child walking where they like three generations. You the grandma, or
Mhm.
even the mother. I don't
Even
know.
the mother too. Yeah.
Even as a mother, there are certain things I wear just when I'm out with the kids. I just
Mhm.
don't. So now when
Yeah.
I'm on vacation with my friends,
Mhm.
That's different.
That's
Yeah.
a
yeah,
different thing.
that's
Yeah.
just me and my girls. We out there. But when I'm
Yeah.
home on the typical mom and the mommy mood, and I know I just don't wear certain things out there with the kids.
Mhm.
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah,
Right.
She just want to represent. So that just I
yeah,
know. So I'm
yeah.
not wearing no crop top with my kids with me, and then my 19, my soon to be 20-year-old walking next to me, looking like I'm your
Mhm.
girlfriend. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm not doing
Right.
that. Would I wear something that I when I'm on vacation with my girlfriends? Absolutely, yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Right. Right.
Well, no. So yeah, I think it's
Well,
just the time and the place.
mhm.
yeah. The time and place,
Mhm.
yeah. The time and place, yeah. Even
Yeah.
as some other you, I mean, you and your child go out and they looking at you, you think you, and then it just and some people, I don't know, yeah. So like you said, just the time and place. When
Mhm.
you with your girlfriends, then you know how to dress. But when
Yeah,
you with the child, you have to define that rule. I'm the mother
yeah,
here, and when we get out
yeah,
there, I'm the mother. You know,
yeah.
let them look at my face, not the way I dress, to say, "Wow, you this person mother because of my face, but not
Mhm.
because the way I dress." To say, "Oh,
Exactly.
the mother you dress just like them." How no.
So, Kiba, before we move to the next one, I know you just joined us, but I really want to get your thoughts on a few things. Talking about parenting and motherhood. So I'll give you three different scenarios. Your child comes to you and tell you that they have a problem with the law. They whether it be a speeding ticket or in and out of jail. How do you handle it? Your child come and tell you that, oh, I'm a gay or lesbian. How do you handle it? Or you
She's
find out
laughing.
that she, I feel so laughing here.
Control.
Ah, who you trouble? Or now you got me laughing. Or you find out that your child or your child relative or whoever in your care, they're abusing drugs or they're taking alcohol. Some parents say, "Get up my house! I know what you like. You're not coming to us desecrate or spoil my home of blah blah out the door." How do you handle it, or what's your advice when it comes to these? Because those the three big buckets I call it.
They are a big bucket. So let me take it step by step. Let me try to break that down. So with the alcohol thing, now if they're not addicted, they're just something they're doing socially or
Mm-hmm.
something. Well, I don't know about other people, but I have a teenager. My son's going to be 20. So the first thing when he was getting up there, where he was in high school and no senior. So I always asked when he said, "Mom, can I go to party with my friends?" And I always ask, I call her, is Akko gonna be involved? Who are there? Who the adult in the house and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he was responsible. Like I told my niece, I said, I'm not saying you should be like me because I never drank alcohol when I was 30. Then I turned 30. I'm sorry. I know it sounds weird, but I
Mm-hmm.
I have a first alcohol. I would say like on my 32nd birthday. We ran a VIP, me and my friends in DC, and they came with the alcohol. So I'm like, oh, I got to try this. And I tried it. And the next day it was horrible alcohol. Everybody in town said, why you drink? They said, what do you mean by that? I said, why you drink? They said, for fun. I said, no, I feel hurt with this one. I can do nothing. It's ridiculous. So that was, and then that's me. But if you've been doing it, so I just try to, I told my kids, I'm like, let me listen. I'm not telling you to model me because
Mm-hmm.
that's just something I never got into. I will
Mm-hmm.
never peer pressure into. So my mom would tell you, when they tell you Kima is doing this, she know I did it myself. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
peer pressure me into it because that's just
Right.
I
Right.
would never peer pressure into anything. So with that around alcohol, yeah, absolutely. So I try to advise my kids, now listen, here is when you do the here is the consequence. This is what's gonna happen. If you go to party and drink and you underage, you're gonna get arrested. And this is what you're
Yeah.
gonna your life is gonna go down the drain. My
Mhm.
son loved good things. Oh, he loved the good life. So I tell him, I said, you want a good life. This is what happened. You gotta work for this, you gotta do this, and you can't be
Right.
doing this and doing this and doing this. So I always to me advice is early, and it's not early. Let me tell any parents out there,
Mhm.
it's never too early to start the conversation about
Never.
her
Mhm.
and know the bad habits. It's never early. Tell them now if there's something you see or you think you want to do it, talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody, and then it's a better way we can work our way in. I can talk to you. So instead
Mhm.
of you going to a party and bitch drinking there, maybe you can talk, you can tell me, Mom, I know I went and our peer pressure into drinking too. I will
Mhm.
help you out. I able to help you
Mhm.
out, then don't
Yes.
get called for the police telling me you got arrested
Mhm.
drunk driving or something. Or if you
Yeah.
Mhm.
went there and you got peer pressure to drinking, they just call me and say, Mom, I had a drink. I don't want to drive. I'd rather come and
Yeah.
pick you
I
up.
will come.
Without being
Yeah.
happy, getting out of my bed or come and pick you up, whatever. No, but I rather
Right.
getting called from the cops. Yeah.
Right. Right.
And then the conversation, that's something
Yeah,
we
mom. Before
always.
you go to the next one, you're kind of blurry there. So can you something your background? Can you take out the green screen, the background? I think it is distorting your image.
Now what I'm doing. Oh God, Jesus.
No, the background. Just go to setting, and then maybe take out the background and just do blur or no or something. Then it will show you more because it's just show you like a you kind of blur it, at least on my end. But
On
you
the
can
back.
keep talking though. If you
Let
can
her
figure
keep
out this,
talking. Keep talking, yeah.
you can, yeah, keep talking. You can get like. I just want to see your beautiful face more. That
Oh no, because I didn't, I didn't do no makeup. I look a hot mess. I just was having a bad
no, but go
weather and
ahead. No, but go ahead. Go ahead.
so, is it better?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's the same. But go ahead, please. Go ahead.
So like I was saying, so compensation is again is better. Is that better?
Yeah. Sure.
This is a lot better. Yes,
This one?
this is perfect. Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
conversation again is better. It's always, I would say, but I would say have conversation with your kids because if you do, to me, it stop most of these things. It will instead of you getting caught from the cops if you're not talking to your kids. Now, if you're not being the parent teaching your kids and they're not hearing it from you and they're getting to learn it from outside, to me, it's worse from then hearing it outside for the first time, then hearing it from you. Talk to them. It never early. I know my son used to be like when we started what the birds and the bees, or how, is that how they call it when we started the conversation? He didn't want to hear that. We have to stay at some point because trust me, it's happening. Yeah, you are boy, but it happened. These
Right.
girls are fast around here,
They're
okay?
fast.
They're fast. They were rushing into this when you will be caught up. So let me just tell you what will happen. So we had a conversation. Talk to me about it. And I will always ask questions. I'm nosy. I am one nosy parent. I will ask questions. And a teacher of mine told me, say the best time to talk to your teenager, you know when? I said, no, I never knew that. She said, don't ask them when they're playing a video game. Don't ask them when they're walking in the house. Get them in the car. They can open the door and run out. They have to listen to you. And that is the best place to have
That's a
conversation.
good one.
Oh, yeah, in the car. They can't run. They have to answer you. So whenever me and my son had the opportunity to stay in the car, he tell time, they said, can you take me to the store? He knew I was going to start something. Like, no, just send me or you go get it. Because he know I up to something.
Take you on the ride, right?
Take them on the ride and you can get whatever you want at that time. Not in the house because if they can get away, I run away from you. They're gonna run for you. You can't get a worse thing. When you're in the car, they have no option but to talk to you. So
Yeah.
that's the
Right.
And as far as the gay and all the other different, I know they got all kind of names for it. I can't even keep up. It is a hard thing, but again, as parents, I don't know. I don't want to judge parents. That's something I always try not to do. But I find it difficult to hear from parents telling me they found this out when a child was already knee deep into this. If you're really watching your child, you're paying attention. I don't know how, as a parent, you will miss signs and symptoms. Hey, I'm putting the symptoms on my nurse. We go by something. But
Right,
I don't know
right.
how you miss those signs and those things. I don't know how you get to miss those. You something with some you will get clue. You might now it left for you to act on those clues you're getting, or you want to know it. That's a whole different thing. But if your child is under your roof and you're seeing it every day, you're driving them to school, you're picking them up, and you're seeing what that in and out activities. I don't know how you miss something like that.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me. I might be judging other people. I'm not judging again. I try not to judge, but keep your eyes open. And you rather notice those things, and you will pick up clue here and there. And I on it. Don't wait till it get to the point where you have no control. I on it. Even if you think you saw the clue and you're not sure, ask question. I asked my son when I was in ninth grade. in 8th grade, and that other bit, I asked the question. So you like girls? Who kind of where your girl? What kind of girls you like? I ask those questions, and if you ask
Right.
and pay attention, you're gonna find out if they like girls or they like the same.
Mhm.
And you're gonna find out somewhere or the other. So my
Mhm.
thing here with parents is, and then again, you up if you're a parent, you love your child. I don't believe in that whole thing of disowning your child. I don't know how parents can disown that child.
Mhm.
That's something I don't know as a mom. Well, would I do I believe in it? That's something I'm used to from culturally, and that's something I believe in. No, but that's something I would actually disown my child for. I don't think so.
Mhm.
I don't think so.
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
think so. Would I be disappointed? Would I be? I mean, that's something you will have to, just deal with as a parent. And
Right.
if you are a parent and there is something called unconditional love, I'm sorry, but there's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
there's nothing you can do about it. You will
yeah,
just do
yeah,
it. So I don't believe in that whole, disowning your child over this. I don't know. As a mom, I don't know how you can disown your child. That's something I'd never. I don't imagine myself doing. So I don't know. I don't know
yeah,
if parents can do that. So I know talking to your child and know something. There's something called unconditional love. And
yeah,
if as mother you can love a husband unconditionally, I don't know how you can love your child unconditionally.
Right.
So these
Right.
men go and cheat on you and do all these things, and you take them back. Oh boy, your child something happened to someone this food you get
I know,
coming.
right? That's a
Ah,
whole new topic.
yeah, I want you to take these children.
Oh, you might want to go there this Sunday. That's a whole new topic.
Now you want to spy bestie.
I had to throw that in there.
You see that? Say, oh, this hard. What did this man do to you? Why were you this for your child?
Right. Right.
I had to throw that in there. So I don't know. I can't imagine myself as parents, and the parents that do that, I don't know. I still pray. I say I pray. I just pray, and I can't actually wrap my head around that. How you can do that? I asked the question because I had listened to stories. I had read it on news and see how parents throw that disown their children because they can't do that and say they are they love the same gender or whatever that sexual preference is. I don't know. As a mom, I don't know. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. So that's a hard one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is difficult.
It
Whenever
is.
I see you nodding there, anything to add?
No, she just nailed it. That's just what we're talking about,
Yeah.
I said, yeah,
Mhm.
just difficult, unconditional love. That's
Yeah.
all. And
Yeah.
like I said, when you're not I just say it's unconditional love. You just got to let them know faith wise what you believe
Where
in.
you
But I
stand? Yeah,
still
you
love
tell
you.
them.
You
Yeah,
know,
I will tell
I
you where I
still
stand.
love you. Yeah,
I love
my
you.
faith say X, Y, and Z, but I love you. You my child. You
Mhm.
my child. I will be there for you, and think, but there's something my faith not alignment, to say, oh yeah, let me be frank, I'm welcoming it or no. But I
No.
love you. I'm
Yeah.
your mom. I love you. I still love you. I will be there. You need me, call me. You know, that's it.
That's it.
To just disown a child,
Mm.
hey, no, mm-mm.
Well, that's a good one. So still on motherhood and parenting and all of that. Something that I've seen quite a bit. Sometimes people invite us, to parties or weddings, and then we drag our small children and beyond to the people, especially weddings. I see that a lot. I'm just like, I don't know. Why can't if I have when my children were younger and somebody invite me to a wedding and I know I don't have a caregiver, I stay home
I'm not
with my children.
going. Yeah. I'm not
So I don't know what y'all take on that. I know I see a lot. Then it got on once what probably the children probably the 2 years or 1 year. That's the one that can really irk me. The people doing the dancing and the people in have the puta and then the children just running all between the
Yeah.
people and all of that. I don't know what y'all take on that.
I don't think I've taken my kids to anybody event. So again, I'm very different. I'm just like you tell me. I would not, I would not, I don't take my kids. The only place I take my kids where kids belong is in church. So,
Mhm.
and to a family or, family meeting or family house or something. But
Mhm.
I don't, first of all, if you're going to a party, like brand party don't start at like around 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Right. 10,
Yeah, they have
11.
to be sleeping. Yeah.
At the
Mhm.
work at 3 o'clock. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
I have never taken my kids to any party. My son, I said never went to a party. And the first time me and him went to a party was he was already 18.
Mm.
So I never took it to a party because he first of all he not going. No, mom, I'm not going. So and the younger one definitely not. They got years to go to follow me to any party. I'm not doing it. So, no, I don't believe in it, and it's very irritating. I was at a graduation ceremony on Friday, and yeah, kids can go, but there was this kid. I think he was one or two. He cried the whole ceremony.
Just
And
for
I
the
mean,
neighborhood.
people just couldn't even hear the names of the kids being
Mhm.
called. That I was, I mean, read it disturbing the whole place. And the mom was a teenager, and she just sat there. You think she got up and go to the bathroom? No, or take the child outside. She sat there the whole time. And then those kind of things. So just just be mindful as parents. Just be mindful where you can take your kids and
Yeah.
stuff like that. If you gotta go and you don't have a babysitter, just stay.
Just that.
All like when people say the country not burning, nobody dying, you're not dying, you
And the
go.
party they plenty, you know, oh, we can have party, we have wedding, we have coca, everything. It just line up. So you will have many
Or
more
you
to
can
go
make it to
to.
the wedding, go to the take them to the cookout. The next day,
To the
Sunday come in,
cookout,
take
yeah,
them with
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, if you can make it to the
yeah.
wedding,
Take
take
them
them
to
to
the
the
cookout.
cookout. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, my children, no, we don't go to unless it's family affair. Whether you
yes.
inviting children alone, that family affair, yes,
Or
we will
they are
go.
taking part in that wedding, they part of the
Yeah, take
wedding.
it part in our wedding. And you know, sometimes I say discipline too, and how you look at the children when you get out there. Because my children know just my eyes need to look at them, and they know you got to be sitting. You know what I mean? Just my eyes. I just need to give you my eye, and you know, child, you need to sit. But to take them to weddings and things, no. Unless when my daughter used to take part in weddings, yeah. And Kito Ata, she told me straight there, Mommy, I'm tired of taking part in your people wedding. Please don't put me in wedding again. And that was it. It was done. She's like, I'm done. But I don't take my children, even parties. I don't take them to parties. Like you said, the party starting 9 o'clock. When the
10,
party
Yeah,
11,
start,
some of the party
then
even
you
start
see they in the
11.
people, yeah, they in
exactly. And you're
the people
dressing a 2 year,
bedrooms.
3 year old, 5 year
They're
old.
going to put bedrooms, the lane. Why
Yeah,
you can be home? Take care
Yeah.
of yourself.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
none of them, they get camera. I get camera in my house. So when I go party, I check it on them. My teenager,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
my camera give me a light when they're moving from one end to another. I look it to see what they're doing.
Mhm.
And I able to tell them, hey, where you going outside there for? What's going on? So you
Right.
know, but when my children are growing up, the ones I don't and fortunately for me, my mom was living with me and her, like I said, it take a village. So sometimes when I go out and a friend of mine that I know have teenager there too, she said, oh, bring the children, let them be here with this person, let's go out. So we used to do it like that, but not for them to follow us to go to party. What you doing going to people party, people talking big things. Why you
people
want
Mhm.
to
drinking, talk, I know
people
they
drinking?
languages around the kids. It just eat a person.
Right.
So I don't
Yeah.
believe.
And then even the dangers of it, after, you coming from party, you're exhausted, you're driving with that child with you, you're tired, or maybe you drink, you're one of the people that can drink out.
Oh yeah.
So then you drink, you drink there, driving late hours. You know, our party that can stay late at 3, 4 o'clock in the
Three,
morning.
4 o'clock in
Just
the
the
Yeah.
risk. Yeah, the risk of it. So I
Then
really hope.
they sleep there, they go in the people have
Hmm.
room to sleep
Hmm.
because they, oh, let's
Yeah.
go. No, stay home. We'll go to the barbecue, okay? And
Right.
and, and, and that's some of the things you carry, your people will send an invitation, say adults own it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Then you see them coming with children.
Children,
Please,
Yeah.
yeah.
I say adults own it.
Mhm.
And they come, they just run it up and down like
They're the ones, the children that can be running all through the people. They're the one I can't get. I'm just like,
Oh,
what?
I get no
You
bracelet
are
out. You want
scaring
to come to
me.
your wedding? I can bracelet out. You don't get bracelet out, Sarah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
just
I
kidding.
know you need to have bracelet out the whole time. You've been
Hmm.
getting that invitation because you get invitation like a month, 2 weeks, two
Right.
months in advance. You got time
Right.
to plan. And if you can't
Yeah.
make it, call the person say I can't make it.
Right. 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 Well, we're about to draw down the curtains, but we can't draw down the curtains without talking about two things here. How can we take care of ourselves? So, we get burnout with all our, as mothers, all the activities, all the, juggling work, home things, the children activity, and all of that. So some of the ways that we can help this whole burnout. Uh, I'll start with you, okay, man. Give us some tips on how we can help burnout.
Help. Well, I always tell people if you can't, you gotta do self care. With in the nursing field, we tell you self care. So I'll give it this joke. So one time we were in when I was in school. I can't remember one thing on my last semester. It was hell. Everybody was so exhausted. The teacher walking. She said, "I got a question. So what do you guys do for self care?" And then the one girl put her hand out. She said, when I shave my legs." She said, "Shave your legs." She said, "That's my self-care. I wouldn't tell my God to shave my leg when I'm in the shower." She said, "Oh no, I don't. I talk about personal care. I talk about
I
self-care
talk about
meaning
cuckoo personal guy talk about shame. Can't shame legs.
your life." Oh, I just brought it up. That'll tell you how some people don't know what self-care is. Now, if you're
Right.
gonna go shave your leg and shave your private part in the bathroom, taking a shower is not self-care. Like
That is not.
brothers. Personal
She
care
even
is
said,
not
all right, I relax in
self-care.
the tub and do my
Yeah.
bubble bath and put candles. At least,
At least no, she said shaving her legs. So just I just want to throw that in there. So please,
That's a
taking a
good
shower is
joke.
not self-care. Even though I always tell my husband my shower time is my mean time. That's my me time. I like the bathroom though. That's my me time when nobody come in the bathroom because he's like, "Why you always still like in the bathroom in the shower?" That's my me time.
Please God.
I take that time to let the water roll on me and nobody disturbing me, nobody running nowhere. I like the bathroom though. Nobody disturbing me. That's my me time. But self-care is when, let me say, we need it as mothers, we need it as professionals, we need it, just because we just it's just too many stress. So we
Mhm.
need to you need to wind down. I was telling a friend of mine, I said, sometimes just getting in the car and just go meeting a friend for a brunch and just getting away from work, getting away from the kids, from the husband, or whatever the boyfriend, whatever your situation is, just getting away from you having just adult, I call it my adult time. That alone helps. It make you, it re-energize you. You get motivated. You come back. Then when you come back to whatever your life is, you will be surprised how you will be motivated and ready to, all recharged, to ready to move on for it. This is why vacation is very important. As people, we never understood that we African on the here, and we always wonder why American people can waste money. Oh. No, but it's important. Debbie, I know you were just on vacation. When you came back, I bet you felt good. It feel good. Your whole life going back to work, you feel energized. Take that time. It doesn't have to. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Taking the day to day to go get a massage. Somebody give you a massage, so go get a massage, go get a pedicure, a manicure, do something. Just take the day that day and just go do something relaxing. It relaxes. They just get away from everything and just recharge again. Is very important for your mental health. Me, I tell people for everything. It's just too much going on in our lives. So self care. And I would say this what I tell my family. When a lot of time when I walk in my room and when I go to work with my patient, when I walk in the room, people we get caught up. We are nurses. We just run to the patient. We just giving all the attention to the patient. But sometimes I always take the time when I finish like checking my patient, and then when I turn around, then I always turn, if there's a family member in the room, I always turn around and say, "How you doing?" Just that question, "How you doing?" You'll be surprised how much they appreciate that, because and I tell them that, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of this person.
Mhm.
Imagine if you just in this room and just focus on what's going on with the person, and you're not even walking out, just going in the courtyard, just walking and getting some fresh air, or getting you food to eat, or getting you a cup of coffee down in the cafeteria. You just so focused. I say, you know what's going to happen to you? You're going to get exhausted. In no time, you're going to be burned out, and God forbid you're going to be right where that person is if you don't take care of yourself. So I always tell them, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of somebody else if you don't take care of yourself. So take care of yourself first before
yeah,
you can take care of somebody else. And my husband always put it another way. He told me that you can't give something you don't have. If you don't have that
yeah,
energy, if you
Yeah.
don't have that energy, you don't have that motivation. You're not taking care of yourself. You can't give it to somebody else if you don't have it.
yeah,
So taking self-care is very important in what we do in our daily life. No matter what you do as a mother, as a professional, whatever it is, self-care
Mhm.
is so important.
Mhm.
yeah.
I totally agree. Maneva, come in there with self care, some coping
Yeah,
skills.
professionally, no, when the first day I went to school, because I did human services. My first class, the first thing the professor put on the PowerPoint out. How do you take care of yourself? He said, because this program you get in, you quick to point out. You're dealing with human beings, And I learned that. And I love to drive. I feel that's something, when I'm driving, I play loud music. I just like forget about everything and just continue. And people say, oh, but you put a whole lot of strain on your body. Now I can do it at old age now. I mean, when I drive long, I'll be like, okay, the bones, they're tired now. I need to get down and walk. But I used to love driving. So with me and my children, vacation time, I would get them, we drive sometimes Philadelphia, we drive to Atlanta. I drive it alone
Road
and
trips.
just listening to music. So that one of the way I also release my stress. Just another thing I love, and I said it to somebody like the lady you said, she said she threw on threw her legs. So people say, how you watch the news and you think you relax yourself? But because I'm so much into politics, I tell you, sometimes when I really stress, I just come and put the news on and I'm listening to it. I like and one of my supervisor like, how you watch the news and say you relaxing yourself? I said, I don't know. But I just get calm. Maybe because I like politics, but it's just like, okay, let me hear what's going on. Let me see. But another thing, I love vacation. I love to take vacation. I go out, I leave my children. Sometimes I just rent a hotel room, go in the hotel, weekends, spend my time there, watching my African shows sometimes on YouTube. Just like I go shopping, just anything that would just make me forget about job, forget about children. I know you're safe, you're all right. And go visit friends that I guess some friends when they just open their mouth to talk, you laugh. Because they're talking funny things that would just make you just talk stupidness and you just laugh the whole day. So now I come home and I really stress. I just call them and we just like talk mess on the phone and you trust that you're at a safe place. So you will talk foolishness and you laugh and feel good and be like, okay, bye, bye. So yeah, you gotta take care of yourself professionally with the children because if you don't love yourself and you take care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of your children. Even work, you won't do it. You're in the medical field, and the mental field too, stress bring a lot of stuff up. So if you don't take care that stress level, you don't put it down, man, a whole lot of sicknesses start popping up. And it's just because of stress. So, so I take care of myself. I love traveling. People be like, my guess our first will say, so that weekend where you going? So tomorrow, the other weekend I come in where you I just pop and go. I'm like, all right. This credit card get money on it, can I buy ticket to go this place? Yeah, let me go and come back. I will work and pay for it. So, yeah, but yeah, you need to take care of yourself. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very important.
it's very important.
We do a lot. I know my kids are all grown now, but even when they were much younger, we do a lot with the family, with ourselves, with work, with friends. And so it's important that we really take care of ourselves. And for me, I'm very, very big with taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
I like to do a whole lot. As much as I like to talk, but I do a
Mhm.
lot by myself. So many things we already talking about it. Came out tell you I let to still in the shower. While in that shower there, I'm thinking, I'm
Yeah,
processing, I'm planning, a
yeah.
lot going on in that
So
shower.
so do you
My me
like the
time.
shower? Do you like the shower or you like the top bath?
So I do the shower a lot, but
My
I do
father?
I do it.
Yep.
but I
Yeah.
do the top bath. I'll do the top bath. I like to have my tub, so I will do the top maybe twice a month. I will put my Epsom salt there. I like to get the Epsom salt that they have camphor in that the only time camphor Boston, they have lavender and they have some mint and one of those I forgot the brand, but it has essential oil, everything is built in there.
Oh
So I
wow.
like that
Oh, okay.
particular brand.
You need to share it. I don't do
Yeah, I
top
will, I will, I
bath.
will take a
I got a
picture.
little do top. I love
Yeah,
my
Oh
shower.
yeah, that is very relaxing. Yeah.
yeah, the Epsom
Once in
salt
a
and
while,
it
just
has
just
it
just
has
lay
everything
back.
that So I don't have to put extra essential oil. That particular Epsom salt had lavender flavor, had essential oil. Then, like I say, you have the camphor. You know, the camphor ball we grew up with it's in there, and something else that's in there too. Something mint, I think menthol or something. So I put that in there, and I put my, depending on what mood I'm in, I just put some music. Sometimes I will just put some relaxing music, quiet music, or if I feel like some love feeling going, I feel like feeling love.
Yeah, you go, myself.
I love music off.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, if I just, that kind of way, I would just put some spa music, feel like I'm in a spa or something. I just did that on Monday, because it was a long holiday after jumping all around the place. I was just like, I got 3-4 days, I need to, so just doing that from time to time. Because sometimes, like I said, work can be demanding your mind, your body, everything. So they will come and say, to eat that, you just tired, because not tired, physically, but just mentally tired.
Yeah,
mentally,
yeah.
And so just so that's one thing. And for me, I like a lot of nature and outing, but outing not the fufu and soup party. No, it's anything drink.
Yeah,
I can do that. I can do much of that. I've been tested once. I can't even, besides maybe July 20th or something, they don't seem to want that stuff. Nothing wrong with that. But I personally, it's energy draining for me.
But
I rather go to parks. Yeah, I rather go to parks or lakes, those kind of nature thing, gardens. I mean, almost a lot of gardens in Texas. I got a membership to gardens and parks, so I go a lot of them. Anything that's outdoor and stuff, I do a lot of those things. Of course, I like to travel a lot. And my neighbor, I was like you when I was in Maryland. I used to like road trips. But say, I can tell you.
We ain't because just to get out the bed where you
yeah. I know. Now it's so tiring. I think the age wise, everything. So it's so tiring now. Like, okay, I'm doing the road trip.
So if I was staying in Maryland, I would stay between road trips because I used on a long weekend, like more weekend, and I take my kid, we jump in that SUV, we're going to Virginia, we're going to Delaware, because I have girlfriends all on both ends. We're going to New York, we're going to North Carolina to family. But just there we have one there, but we do a lot of traveling outside. Like we got a couple of trips lined up. Somebody will say to me, but you just keep on DIY, you ready to go again? Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes, I'm going. Yeah. It's it's good.
No,
like, all right, you were talking about the nature and not going to party, but like me, politically, I go to these functions. I don't like going to party. And Minnesota yesterday we had like 5 barbecues and things going on here. I will go to a few friends and stop there, but like people having community program, you will see me there. Yeah, you will see me there. But just because, John have a party, let's go there now.
I can't do it for win 2 party. No.
Yeah, and that's how
I pick up one that once I will go to though. I have to have her. Kima has to be my friend, or I have to have a family friend, or she my personal friend. We have to have a relationship. I can just Kima having party, then I'll dress up, go fix my hair, fix my nail, buy new shoe, all of that.
Exactly, the time.
And I get some friends, they might used to talk about going to the nightclub, and then I'm like, you're going to. Even when I was growing up in Liberia, I never knew nightclub. Nightclub was not my kind of thing. I used to call the places I used to go sit, like you said, you go to spot offer that thing. But because when I used to call a king to shop. Did they shop where you just go sit there, mellow, a few people there, you're drinking and you're talking, and then you just move home. But then I don't know the nightclubs in Liberia. So the same thing happened to me in America, and I'll be like, my children big. I can't go to a nightclub and turn around and see my son dancing. Hell no. You and my son are going to be in the same club. It happened to me once here. My girlfriend said, let's go to the club. I'm like, okay. She said again, it's that old. This day, I think that the older folks can go there. And I said, let me go try. Girl, I saw we enter the club. I tell the person, my son, he gets this special name for me. You call my whole name. I said, I see you. They boy must have just been the dance floor.
I don't go to nightclubs.
It's not happening.
I said, how
Go to a
many?
sports
She said,
bar
oh, we
though.
don't say that, man. And I said, no,
Yeah.
girl.
I
go.
like relaxing places where you just sit and just have a drink, or
Yes.
even not restaurant, and then just go to the
Yeah,
bar.
restaurant bar. I go to
Yeah.
sports bar. I like to go to
Smoking
sports
bar, yeah,
bar.
you go to the smoking
Yeah.
bar, you.
I
No,
go to
my
sports
son and
bar.
I told them myself, my nieces and no, even the ones that are mentoring, yeah,
No,
we're
yeah,
not
no,
going in a club to be dancing there. If the party, that's different, that's, but nightclub, there, and he called it my whole name. I said, what's this?
No. You
See,
want you
I
to
told
talk
my
to me
nephew,
see necklace when how it does.
I told my nephew Baltimore, I said when I'm in Maryland, I said one day I'm getting ready, my friend said, I'll go to the place. Then I saw him after, I said, you're not going where we're going, are you? He said, he called the address. I said, it's not happening. It's not. I said, by the time you get ready to go to the place, please tell me where you're going, because don't bother with me where I'm going. Please, let me show me your address. Let me see my address. It's like, go, you go.
You go.
Yeah. But for some people, we're not, not because I'm not doing necklace doesn't mean we're not going. If that's your
No, you can
party,
go.
by all means do it, right?
Yeah.
Just if that's the one that will recharge your energy, do it. We got different things that will recharge us. For me, it's not recharging, it's draining. But I like sports bar. I'll go to sports bar, I'll go to restaurant. I like nature, I'll be out there. I like sightseeing, I like seeing beautiful things, places, ordinary places. And another mistakes people made, and I always say that for friends and people on the phone. Find out what's going on in your state. People always think that they need to go to Liberia or travel far to have vacation time or to enjoy the things of life. Your own state, you'll be surprised the amount of nice things or places, and most of them are even free.
Mm-hmm.
You can still go and enjoy with the family or go with your friends and just have a nice time.
Yeah.
So use social media. We used a lot of and for listening audience that we found a lot of pictures places that we like to see by Pinterest, by Instagram. We just put up, and said, oh, like we found a place in Irving the other day, 2 days ago, that we didn't even know. I been texting us, I didn't even know that place was over there. And we went skipping. That's how we found places. We get tired sitting at home, like, we tired with the play, man. Today, long weekend or that weekend, nothing going on. We just look, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we just go explore. We'll find this beautiful, beautiful place. It's not just around you. You'll be surprised that you got some beautiful lakes or gardens or parks, nice place to take the family. The children play on the swing. You there, whatever, be walking around or whatever, or just sitting on the bench and just getting that breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And something talking about, go ahead, Kima.
You don't have to leave the state. Like, we have Gravewood Life, like our younger kids. We just go Gravewood Life for the whole weekend. They out of the house and they feel like they eat somewhere else and they usually have fun. It's very fun. We don't have to go far. Right? Yeah, we just drive $1 million. So you just find somewhere and you will still have fun and they feel like
a lot of nice places. Looking, now with people doing Airbnb and unique rentals, you just find these unique places. The other night we're looking at some kind of place, in a lake, on the lake where, I was just like, wow, this is beautiful. Rain Texas like this. We're looking at just like, wow. You'd be surprised what you have around you. But another thing, talking about coping skills and how we need to self-care. People take their vacation time, ladies, and they sell it back to the employer. God forbid. I would never do it. Never do it. God forbid. I would put it in negative. I want to put my vacation in negative.
I always asking my coworkers, can you donate to me? Oh God.
I came for DR and I went to work on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, the next day, I put vacation time. I wanted to be off on Friday till Monday. My boss said, you were better off to just stay the vida. I was laughing. He said, well, you were better off just say. I said, no, I just get to see your small part. No Friday, I'll come on Tuesday. But I don't like that. And women, let me talk to us first. So we're talking motherhood. Please do not give your vacation time back, please.
Oh,
Vacation.
Even if you gotta go 2 hours away,
Yeah, rest
dope.
your body. I remember
rest
that.
your body.
Rest your body.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
if you
take
just
time
take a
off.
day and be home.
Yeah,
Yeah, just take that
you
day
took
and
it
be
out of my
home.
mouth. You took it out of my mouth and neighbor. Sometimes I take time off. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just
Yes,
home.
yeah.
But I'm taking that time out to rest.
Yeah,
I'm not
Yeah.
going home. I'm not going nowhere. Take it. Use it. They pay
yeah.
for it. Use it. Don't
Yeah.
give it back. The
Don't give.
money is not important. Don't do it.
And the worst part, right? I don't know about my company. They'll buy half of how much you made. Or not. They're not. It's
Can
not
you
how much.
imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you making $10, they're gonna buy it for $5. Imagine.
$5.
And
No,
but
not true.
when you take it, they're gonna pay that $10. So why sell it to them for $5 when I get ticket and they pay me $10 sit at home?
Right, right.
I'm sorry.
My regular job, because it's salary based, so but they allow you to buy hours, to
Mhm,
keep in the.
mhm.
So I buy my hours. The last time I took some, and I know I still get some there to use as vacation, and I just went in. I don't keep no vacation time to say, oh, you got to use your vacation time the year ending. No, some of us can be begging for it. If I was still one day, I would still want it, but I
Exactly.
am not
Yeah.
giving my vacation time to anybody. Tell me, oh, no, no, in our opinion, no. I
Yeah.
go up. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was an interesting conversation. So we want to open the line for calls. And then Eugenia said the show is not on Facebook. I'm not sure what's going on, but I will check it after the show. But I look and it showed that I'm live on Facebook, but I don't know what's going on. Sometimes the apps that we're using, sometimes it can be messy. So I will check.
And I know I'm sharing it on my page, but I'm not seeing it. But I'm like to see it. And when you share it, I'm not. But I'm sending it. So
Really? Share
I'm
the
sharing it.
YouTube.
Yeah,
You
I
share
don't
the
know.
YouTube one. Share the YouTube one. I will check the Facebook one after because it should show on the Facebook. It show on Facebook that I'm going live, but I'll check it after. But share the YouTube one because they're going live on YouTube too. But
Okay.
we'll open the lines for a few calls. I got the lines open here, and then I'll bring comments. I see. Let me see if I have a comment here. Oh, Eugenia said, "Great show, ladies." And I think Eugenia wanted to share the show, but
Yeah.
she said she's not seeing it.
Yeah, a
So
lot
I'll
of
have to
times.
check it, Eugenia. Thanks for the feedback. I'll have to check it. So I have a fill in the blank for y'all. So let me find it. Oh, where is it? Before I'm waiting for a call. Don't expect mothers to be to. I'll let you fill in the blank. It start with you, Kima. Don't expect mothers to do what? To be what or to do what?
To who? To the public or to our kids?
Anything. You fill in the blank there.
To my kids, don't ask for me to be your friend.
That's a good one. Mediva?
I'm not a superhero.
I like that. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Don't expect us to be magician or superhero or mighty ego.
Perfect. We are not perfect people.
We are not
Exactly.
perfect. Yeah.
Exactly. We can get tired. We got emotions too. You can get tired. We need support, and
Yeah.
stuff
The
like that.
last time I was on the phone with Eugenia, let me say I was almost going to my kids' school for the last day of school program. So when I get in, I said, girl, let me go spend the 30 minutes and go pretend to the white people. She said, what do you mean by that? I said, I'm about to go pretend for 30 minutes to be a perfect mom. Let me go. And she couldn't stop laughing. I said, but that's all we're seeing that everybody will be in there be pretending. So let me go do my own.
Right.
So so I try it. Yeah, when you try to go online, it goes to YouTube instead of going on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. I will check it. That's the second. I will check it. I'll
Yeah.
have to check it. I've never had that problem. Usually, actually, they can see it because usually when I'm going live, I'm going four places, four direction. Two
Yeah.
on
You put
Facebook,
it
and
on
then
a YouTube.com. I think you yes, basically put it on the YouTube. So when you do it, just go on YouTube. It's not going.
it shows that on my Facebook page. But I'll check it after because I should be able to edit it.
Okay.
I'll check it. I'll check it after, and then I will restream it. Sometimes it's maybe around Tuesday or so. I will restream it again. Usually, I do with these shows. I kind of restream it again for people who miss it. I'll just restream it. But
Okay.
while we're waiting for calls, Kim, I know you came almost, to the tail end of the conversation, but if there's something you wanted to touch on that you didn't have the chance to have a say, please do so.
Well, I was not listening because I said we had a bad. I don't know. You are lucky, blessed. You didn't go out of power, but it was bad on my end.
Wow.
So yeah, it was very bad. So it was bad. So I finally got power. I said, oh, let me go jump. Let me go jump on there for a little bit. But thank you for offering me the opportunities to come on the show today. It was nice. That's something we need to do. I know
Yeah.
more often. It's I hope I have the time to do this. But a nice talking to other mothers and other professionals. So very nice. Somebody could have learned something from us, or I learned something from you guys today. So nice show. And what else? I know we did discuss a lot of things. I wasn't listening, so it's hard for me to go dive back to the whole conversation. So
I can maybe just kind of touch on it quickly, but like I said, we just talk about modeling good examples as mothers. We talk about is motherhood is it a one size fit all. We talk about like you said, I'm not your friend. Are you try to be a friend or confidant or a cool mom or both.
no, I am not a cool mom. I'm not. I am not a cool mom. I love my kids. I mean, I laugh and joke. I'm not straight, but I am not your friend. Definitely, me and you. I don't. And I told this to somebody. I said, I don't care how you are 50-year-old. I don't know if I can actually meet you in the club or somewhere. Well, I'm not going to club, but don't. If you want to drink, don't come sit next to me to drink. We're not drinking together. We're not. I'm not pulling drink for you. You're not pulling for me. That would not happen. I mean, it's just not happening. I never did it to my parents. I don't expect you to do it to me. So that
Right.
for sure. And I mean, it's just so many things. I learned from like I said, my grandmother raised me, so it was so many things that you'll be surprised. Of course, I came here when I was a teenager, but I still carry those values that I learned from my grandmother. Surprise! I never let them go. Like I was telling somebody today something. I say I'm married, but when I go to Maryland to visit my family for some reason visit my parents in my parents' house, me and my husband will always we always divide ourselves. I don't feel comfortable being in the same room with him. Imagine I'm married, I still don't feel comfortable
Right,
being
right.
in the same room with him with my parents next door in our room. I don't. We always share. You going down the basement or stay upstairs or something. Or if we gotta be together, then we're gonna get with them. I just don't feel comfortable in my parents' house. That's something that's just some value that just went on with me. Somebody say, I mean,
Right.
I can understand if it was a boyfriend, but your husband. I said, for some reason, I just don't feel comfortable. That's just something I don't. I know somebody who brought boyfriend and were in the room with my parents in the other room. That never happened. And even me married, I brought that now, and I don't see a change. So that's something I see. I look at other parents. I don't judge them. That's how they. I be our parents. How when a teenager would bring that girlfriend home and they in the room.
I've heard those.
And I'm there the whole time. My hair is spinning. I'm trying to not show it on my face so I can't be judgmental, but my hair is like it just spins. I can't wrap my hair around it. Are you kidding me? I'm not saying they can bring them home, but what happened to the whole downstairs? Oh yeah, why they can't be done yet? Ah boy, you the first time my son was a senior student, he brought his quote unquote friend. If you're going, first of all, we had rules. If you're going to a house, I have to call her mom, make sure she's home before you go there. And
That you're in fast.
yeah, I bought something. I gotta be on your at all times. You are not allowed to be anywhere private where I can't see you, you can't see me. As long as you're on my road, I'm sorry. They true and fast. So that's just something, those are my I know people say, oh, you're too straight and all of that, but that's just some things that still go with me. And I just feel like I'm not mom. Let me just let you know I am that kind of mom. Judge me all you want, but it's just respect. And that's my culture and
You
my
have to be safe and sorry.
that's
Talking
it.
about boyfriend, I know of a schoolmate, or not really a close friend, but acquaintance, but really schoolmate, where she's sleeping in the room with her boyfriend, the daughter in the room with her own boyfriend. Everybody sleeping under the same
No,
roof. Are
it
you
happened
freaking
though.
kidding me?
It happening. It happening. And you'll be surprised. They're not these are not old people talking about. I'm talking about teenagers, a
No,
lot of
no.
teenagers.
That's why I said teenager.
Can you believe that? Not what happened in my mortgage.
No,
Not
not
none of my roof.
happening. Not happening.
I'm gonna take the door off. The
Not
hinges
under
for the
my
door.
Not
roof.
happening. Go rent
It's
your
gonna be
room,
an
though.
open
Go
door
rent your room. Go
policy.
rent your hotel. Go
Yeah,
whatever
go
you
rent your
do.
room.
Not under my roof.
Nah, yeah, not happening. But yeah. So we talk about another thing, and we talk about was, we talk about it takes a village to raise a child. So what constitutes the kind of people you bring in your village? What do you look for? What the criteria you look out for the people that you want to be in your village? Is it all
If
family member? Is it all friends? Is there a combination? What do you look for?
you have to
For the
choose
child?
your village wisely. Not because it says take a village, you choose anybody. And this was something where I frown, I still frown on it when somebody when I go to when people say they choosing it go to choosing the godparents for your kids. I don't know if they have criteria for that now because you will be surprised. And I told somebody out there because me experiencing this before on a personal level. When you choose somebody to be your godparents for your kids, so that's like choosing that they should be the part of the village. So this is
Yeah.
go with the village. If you're choosing somebody to be a godparent to your kid, make sure that's somebody you trust to raise your child.
Right.
Mind you, godparents are supposed to be there when you're not around. When something happened to you, those are the people that's gonna be parents to your kids. They're not somebody that's going to buy them and Nike shoes because now that's why it's about somebody that can buy my child Nike shoes. Though, if you're choosing somebody to be godparents to your kids, that person you should know when something happened to you, you drive there or something car hit you, that you trust that person to raise that child.
Right.
And I don't know if people understand. And I was telling somebody today, I said, and you will say it's okay until it actually happened to you. My niece, I was talking about, that's what happened. I was a grandmother to her. Did I expect her mom to pass away when she was only 7? No, nobody expected that. But guess what? We had to put up our big girls paintings, and the dad was not in the life. She was, yes, she was. Now all the grandmothers had to step in to be the parents now. So imagine if you are, just picking up anybody because she met you at the job, and you can go, you bought her a cute gift for baby shower, so now she made you godmother, and then time you can't even take care of said, yeah, alone her daughter passing around, and now she ended up having to end up in foster care or something. But thank goodness that never happened. Was she a perfect child? No, but everybody put a hand around it, and I'm glad the mom chose the people that she chose to be the godparents for, and she's 23 to this year. So I mean, make sure godparents, please, when you're choosing your village, choose the people you can trust them with your child, not just anybody. And I was one of those mom where I'm sorry, but the only house my son ever slept that was not under my roof were either at his dad when we were not together, at his dad's house or my parents' house. His
I don't like sleepovers though. I don't like
I
sleepovers.
never sleep with that only roof I can remember, and I can count on hands. But we never did sleep. Well, he would not even do it. He never did sleep over the whole high school year. Now he in college. Now he live on campus. I don't know what he's doing there. He better be doing it. I don't know what he's doing there. But all the way to 18, he never slept under nobody's roof. Where I sleep over thing, and they coming over and going. He never did it. I thought be mindful because I heard horrible stories.
Horrible.
Where some of these horror stories go because you don't know that person house, you trust them with your kids going there. You don't know the dynamic of that household, what is going there behind closed door. I mean, I just that kind of person. I mean, call me a helicopter mom all you want, but I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
We gotta be proactive. I don't care, ego mom, call it wild, whatever mom, animal mom, whatever. I'd rather be proactive than reactive. Yeah. I read that with you with sleepovers. My children, no sleepover based on whenever in my care. We're not doing that. It has to be somebody really, a family member already. And like you said, the household environment, the dynamics of the whole, and even the family. Not all family members.
Not all family members.
No.
Nope. No. We're not doing that. Yeah. But anyway, well, we're just gonna wrap up. Minerva, I'll let you go first. Any close parting comments or anything you want to reinforce before we close?
It was a good show. I hope we can do come on another topic. This is good. It's unfortunate that we not live on Facebook. But
Um,
I share it, and I hope people go on YouTube to see, because it's a good topic. I mean, with different ideas, and we're being a mother. Mother being redefined. We are not telling people that what you're doing wrong. But this is how we, as a mother, you know doing it with our children. And I just want to say thank you. It's hard, it's a tough thing being a mother, but you can do it. You do it, do what you can do. So at the end of the day, you can regret. And like I said at the beginning, I did everything I know within my power. And if my children not doing great tomorrow, I'm not, something has to be somewhere. I will say, I should have done it this way, but I really won't have that regret like that to say, oh, why I did it this way. Maybe that's why this person this way, because I think I showed them everything. What life is about. I demonstrated it. I put them first. I love them. So that's it about being a mother. It's tough. You're not perfect, like we said. You are not. You get your faults. Some days you will do wrong. Be quick to say sorry to them. It means that they're going to disrespect you. If you know you're wrong, let them know. And sometimes let them know you're vulnerable. My daughter said something to me one day, and I was like, oh, maybe that why I made a mistake. I don't think my children saw me being sad because I never had a partner. Like sometimes you come home, you get boyfriend or this. I always say like I can do it. I don't need man. I want to provide this for them. And so one day she was talking, I was like, "Why is that boyfriend?" She said, "Oh man, and you happy? You don't get no boyfriend. We see no boyfriend yet." So what make you think I need? Because this is something I never. Besides being married for that 6 months, they knew that person. That was it. At the end of the day, I never lived with any man with them. To say, oh, we live with Mr. John and then might get this other person. Even if I had a relationship out there, I went out to meet the person. Never brought them in my house. Never for them to get up in the morning and see, oh, all right. I keep saying, because don't call him Uncle John. No, Uncle John cannot be sleeping with your mom. You know, that can't happen. I tell people, don't. No, I don't have a relationship that you can call him uncle. No, but never like that. Yeah, then friends came to visit, but it was certain time, and when they come, we're in the living room, we talk, they leave, they go home. So my children never like say, oh, we live with my mom and John live together today. This time for 3, 4 years, but they make it, they never made it. And so this thing. And then when she said it, I said, "What? I wanna and I was just trying to protect her, just to say, hey, I want you to just see everybody come and going, I want to protect you, but love is good. It could to be in relationship. But so I had to say her that I said, no, ma. I'm so sad days I used to be in my room and cry that I needed somebody. I needed to hold somebody, But I was just protecting. I want you to think that, oh, you can love the job today and we wake
want
up,
to
go to
work to
school.
work,
Like,
repeat that.
yeah,
Maybe.
So that's it. But yeah, just be real with your children. You will make mistakes, but that's that life. That's life. That's life. Just demonstrate. And me, I like to demonstrate. I like for them to say the children are mentoring people. This is it. I saw Auntie never doing this. And she can do it at this age. I can do it too. And right now in Minnesota, starting August, you can go to college free. So right now,
That's
yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm. No, so right now, all the young girls there, I say, hey, you better go register. You better go to college, you go to school. You don't need to worry about student loan and things that,
Wow,
yeah.
that's very
So
encouraging.
it's very
That is,
encouraging. So, I try to talk to them. And I want to take a look about this story I get. There's a girl. I haven't seen her. I don't know her. When you bring her in front of me and say, this is a trouble child, I be like, what? But she called me her mom. Who been I've been knowing her through telephone for the last 4 years. I got to know her. She had problem with her ex-husband. At that time they were divorcing, a white guy, hate to say it. And he called police on her. They took the child away. They even put her in jail. While she was in jail, she met her friend. She took call her friend, like, I don't have anybody. I need somebody to help me in the community. And her friend got in touch with somebody, and this person called me. Like, hey, me now I know you can work with young girls, the job you're doing. This person need help.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help her? And so I said, give her my number. And they gave it to her. And when she got out of jail, she called me. She said, yeah, they told me to call you. So I said, well, tell me what's going on. I'm not a lawyer, but I knew sure they in court ain't no way. Children, especially when it come to child, taking away their children, I think, let me know what's going on. Because for them to just come one day because you left the child home for, and when they came, the child was safe, the child was sleeping. But you just left the house according to you for 5, 10 minutes. Then for them to put you in jail. Usually they will just call CBS, you know, child protection to take the child away or really investigate. And sometimes they may leave the child with you, but they will open a case on you. And you understand? But just to take the child and put you in jail, let me know what's going on. So she explained. And I was able to, in my network, I was able to call some social workers that deal with child protection, and they were able to tell me, all right, I have to do this way. So I was able to navigate the system for her. And you know what she did? She went to court. All her paperwork, she put my name there. She said, Miss Minerva, can I put your name as my guardian? And anything happen, they should call you. I said, yes. Up to this day, my name, and I don't know her. And she put my name there like they're going to call you. When they're going to call the first day, the judge called me. Like, oh, because it happened when COVID was ending, So you're like, not COVID. And I talk, talk about her, everything they fought. She worked hard. She finally get the child because I was able to navigate the system. Tell her, all right, do it this way. They want this for you. They want that for you. Now she get full custody of her son.
Okay.
Yeah, one day I was even when my mother died, I was even the death. She never knew. She called me, Mom, this is your trouble child. She can call herself trouble child because she don't know for me that she's in trouble. Or one day I want to come and say, hey, Mom. So she like, I said, what's going? She said, I need to go for the interview, but I don't have babysitter, and I won't bring the child to you. I like, oh. I said, I'm bereaved, Mama. Oh, she felt bad. I said, but this is it. Go to so person. I'm coming to call them right now. And they will be expecting you take the child. And she did. And so, so it just about, again, you can be a mother to anybody, when they come around. Just, yeah, that's it. But motherhood is a good thing. You don't need to born the child biologically to say, that's my child. And then you can be there for a child. Yeah, good thing.
Come on, all yours.
Good topic. Thank you, lady. I was happy to share this platform with you guys on this very important discussion, motherhood. I mean, like Sis Madonna said, you don't have to biologically give birth to a child in order to be mother to them. You can be
Yeah.
the best mom to a child even better than their biological parents.
Yeah.
So they got giving birth to somebody is different from being a mother to them or mother is
Yeah.
there's two different thing here. So I want to bless God and also tell you guys thank you for just talking about it. And also we are parents, we need to stop being harsh on ourselves. Stop being hard on yourself. There's no book. They don't have a menu. So when I took my son to the doctor, his pediatrician, the first time when I was, so I'm standing there. Yeah, I am. I don't know where to start from. So I attended the pediatrician the very first doctor appointment. I think it was 2 weeks or something. I said, "What do I do?" So she walked in the room. She looked at me. She said, "I said I don't have my mom here. I got my dad, but my dad is a male. He can't help me. I don't know what to do." And then she looked at me. She said, "There's no menu."
No, and
Said,
yeah.
I give you a menu. I wish I could give you a recipe. Like this is how you put this. And she said, "There's no menu.
Right.
You just have to figure it life as time go. Just
Mm-hmm.
just do the best thing. Just make sure he's safe and just do the best you can. If you feel that something is wrong, they will never throw you out of the ER. If something happened, you don't understand something happened. go to the ER, but there is no menu. Call somebody, ask somebody, but there's no menu. So I always tell parents, there's no menu to being
No
a mother.
menu. Yeah.
There's and you will make mistakes. But what made mistake, what correcting those mistakes and doing the right thing is what matters.
Yeah.
Stop, just too many things we see, just too many wrong things going on with the young
Yeah.
mothers around today. And some of these things, someone they do it, they know it, but they still do it. So
Oh yes.
if you know it, trust me, if you're doing the wrong thing, your conscience will tell you. If your conscience not telling you right, don't do it. Don't
Don't
do
do
it. Don't do it. Just try to do the best thing you can. Do the best for the child. Do what is best. What is legal. What is
it. Yeah.
best. Safe. That's all I can tell you. So let's stop being hard. Just do your best. Love your child. Love that person. When you have love in your heart and you can be able to share it with other people. And if you
Yes.
need help, always
Right.
ask
Yes.
for
Yeah.
ask for help. That's one thing I'll tell you. Ask for help. You
Yeah.
can't be a mother 24/7, 365
Mhm.
18 years.
Yeah.
It's hard. You can't.
You
You
can. Yeah.
just can't. You need help. You need a meantime. You need to just go to walk. And if you just need to go in Walmart, just walk from one hour to the
Yeah.
next. Need that. So do it. Ask for help. Ask for help and ask for it from the
I
people
see.
that you think that you
Mhm.
ask for the help from people that you think can help you, not just anybody.
Yeah.
Ask for
Yeah.
help from people that will help you and you know you need that help and you can trust people you trust.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
so that's all I
Yeah.
have to say. Thank you. And it was a very fascinating discussion today.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Very fascinating. I totally agree. Very fascinating conversation. This is the longest show I've ever had. So, so it's very fascinating. But we cover, we cover a lot of good topics. And who's better people to talk about motherhood than us? We're
I
mothers, right?
know, right?
So we talk about it. I want to thank you all for your time. You could have been doing something else. You had power artists, you have family, you have other things to do. You're here sitting with Maneuver. You guys have busy lives.
Yeah.
But thank you for sharing this space. Let's do that as much as we can. Anytime you guys
Yes.
come out, talk about
Yes.
something,
Yeah.
everything. Everybody busy, of course, and I like to talk about politics. Obviously, we all like to talk about politics and all of this, but we're blended in.
We're
We'll
Yeah.
blend
blended.
it in. We'll blend it in. So I think we're gonna talk about Fatherhood Redefined. This month is
Yes.
Father's Day. So we'll be bringing some men on. So if you two things, if you know some men who would love to be a part of the discussion, we'll talk about it behind the scene. We can reach out to them, and we can have a forum like this. And if you'd like to join the conversation, a co-moderator, a co-panel with me, by all means, I don't care.
Okay.
Let's do it together.
Yes.
At
Let's
the end
do
of the
it.
day, we just want to help somebody. We're all passionate about giving back, and this is one way we can give back to people.
Yeah.
If we can help one person, for me, that's
And
enough.
and just to can I cut you off, Tembi?
Please.
Father, the topic of the fatherhood, I really want to be part of that discussion because even as much like I'll tell you today, even as much as we beat on these men for being a deadbeat, there are some women that we need to beat on to let these men be fathers in it. Now, so that's a
Yeah.
real discussion that we need to have because
Yeah.
some young girl, somebody out there need to hear this conversation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. I will check the. I know Regina said that it's not shown on Facebook, which is
Yeah. It's not.
unusual, uncommon, but usually I want to do my shows. And I learned that way back from the church that I'm in. They will do service on Sunday and they'll replay the service midweek or sometimes. So I learned that. So usually I replay my show again. So I just say worst. I'll check the backstage to see if why it's not showing on Facebook. But just the worst case now showing. I'm gonna replay again on Tuesday or Wednesday. So
Yeah.
it will just be the thing with like we are. That's the thing about replay. It's just that we on the show again. So I'll do it.
Yeah.
But
So maybe so you can get it going. So the next time we can get people to really interact. If it's on Facebook, then you get people. You
yes.
listen to a lot of comments and things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Support. we need to do more. There are a lot of topics that we can talk about, especially for us Liberian mothers and Liberian women in Liberia. I mean, in the diaspora, we get a lot of things that we can talk about, and resources, be able to give our resources for people. So yeah, let's do
Mhm.
this. I'm
I
on
mean,
board. Let's do this.
anytime, ladies. I mean, the platform is there. For me personally, I only do these things by spell, because I'm talking politics and everything else. So, but I try my best at least once a month to do a show, and on random topics. Sometimes I'll talk about motherhood, like we talk about, I don't talk about politics. At least this forum is for educating. No
Yeah.
politics. We
It's just
just
so
talk.
many political things. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
really that
There are
we
too many platforms that we can go to the politics there, but this one is
Yeah.
just talking about social issues,
It's the issue.
so at
Yeah.
least one. So, but if anybody, if something that's touching you guys want to talk about, by all means, we can make time. The platform is already there. We just pop the show and we talk about it.
Okay. Yeah.
But definitely we're gonna talk about, fatherhood redefined too. Probably not on Father's Day weekend because I'm sure people will be spending time,
With
and
their
quite
families.
honestly, I'm out of town. I don't remember that I said all the time. So
When
all
is
weekend.
Father's Day?
I think it's the
on
third
the
week. It's the
16th,
third week. I know because I know I traveled that weekend. Yeah,
June 16th.
June 16, right?
June
Because I know I
16th.
traveled that weekend and I'm out of town till Tuesday.
This
Let me
is
see.
so sad. I see when it's Father's Day.
No, yeah, it's the 16th. So I know I'm traveling the 13th. So I know definitely. So we can next week will probably not be a good option because I'm traveling next no, I'm trying the 13th. But we can plan something probably for the week after
Yeah,
Father's
we
Day or
can plan
something.
something and see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we'll talk behind the scene.
They sing. Okay.
We'll talk behind the scene. But thank you, ladies. You have a blessed week and we'll be in touch.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.